following is a special sports broadcast presentation of Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg. Play ball! It's time for the fun and excitement of West Virginia high school baseball. Today's game is being brought to you by
Smallwood and Small Insurance, Thomas Miller Agent, Administrative Drive, Martinsburg. Cider Press Restaurant, Exit 5, Inwood. Trips Floor Sanding and Berkeley Fashion Flooring in Inwood. Chris Ross with Milestone Realty, Tavern Road, Martinsburg. The Mortgage Center in the Aiken Center, Martinsburg. Dynamark Atlantic Security, your local alarm professional. Holly's VIP Northside, Veronica Drive, Martinsburg. Arndt McBee Insurance, Martinsburg and Berkeley Springs. D&N Auto Specialists, off Tavern Road, Martinsburg. And Heffley Motors, HeffleyMotorCompany.com.
And now for the pregame show. Let's go out to the field and join our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team.
And a very pleasant good evening, everyone. Welcome into Eagle Field. We're in Hedgesville, West Virginia. It is the home of Hedgesville Eagles baseball. Tonight, it is a regional showdown as they welcome in the Washington Patriots from Charlestown. For Talk Radio, WRNR and TV10 Sports, I'm Matt Miller along with Matt Crawford. John Alderton runs our TV10 camera. Donald Kinney, our on-site producer, and Colin McLaughlin, our studio engineer. Matt, a matchup today that sees Washington come in at 3-6 on the season, but have picked up a couple of wins in their last few games. Hedgesville riding a 5-game winning streak as they'll come in 7-1.
Yeah, I'm curious to see this Washington Patriot team. I was able to see the end of the Martinsburg-Washington game where it was a 1-1 tie, you won at the 10th, and then Washington really laid it on in that 10th inning and went on for the 12-1 win. But I'm very curious about this team because you look at their lineup, and it doesn't look like what a 3-6 baseball team usually looks like. 2-2 in their last 4 games, really 1-6. Hit the baseball pretty well. Not a powerful baseball team, only 1 home run in this lineup. A lot of strikeouts, that's one other thing that's standing out to me, but overall batting average and getting on base, this 1-6 looks like a pretty darn good batting lineup. So I'm interested to see what this team looks like start to finish in a ball game tonight. And for Hedgesville, I think they've, at this point in the season, established themselves right behind Jefferson as the number 2 team in the region. And again, they've pitched very well this year. They've hit the ball very well this year. A little more power. They have 3 home runs in their lineup, but should be a good game. Again, very curious to see what this Washington Patriot team will do tonight.
Well, as you mentioned, Hedgesville, and right now kind of falling in line behind Jefferson. That's their only loss of the season. Hedgesville opened with back-to-back wins over Martinsburg and Hampshire. Then came the 10-0 loss down at Jefferson. Since that time, though, 11-1 over Musselman, 6-5 and 9-7 at Greenbrier East, and then Saturday of last week finishing up that 3-game road trip with a 7-0 win against Spring Valley, and that was a monumental game, if you will, especially for Thomas Butka, who threw the no-hitter.
Yeah, 7 innings no-hitter, and when you're traveling like that across the state, obviously you're going to get a little jet lag. You're going to be a little tired. It's a different routine you're getting into, but yeah, congratulations to him. Anytime you can throw the no-no, that's a good afternoon.
A win yesterday for Hedgesville as they knocked off Berkeley Springs. 15-1 the final. That has the Eagles on a 5-game winning streak at 7-1. For Washington, they dropped their first 3 games of the year against Martinsburg, Hampshire, and Jefferson. Then came their first victory in Game 1 of a doubleheader at University back on April 17th. They dropped the nightcap 9-6, and then dropped a high-scoring affair at St. Maria Goretti back on April 19th, 22-12. But right after that, they came back a couple of days later, and that was that 12-1, yes, 10-inning 12-1 win at Martinsburg when they exploded in that top of the 10th. After that, a big win at Musselman 9-4, but they're coming off a tough loss at home against Hampshire last time out. That was 11-4, and that one was on Saturday. This team certainly should be used to being on the road, Matt. You looked up and down there, and they've only played 2 home games.
Yeah, a lot of A's on this
Yes.
On this roster for away games, and you know they're going to want to bounce back after a sectional loss to Hampshire last time out. And Hampshire's been a team that has been up and down this year, kind of like the Washington Patriots have. You look at what they've done against teams here on this side of the mountain in the Eastern Panhandle. It's been an up and down year for Hampshire. We'll hopefully get a chance to see that Hampshire Trojan team on Thursday, weather permitting. Looks like it pretty good chance of rain on Thursday. But again, it should be a good matchup tonight, at least an intriguing matchup from the way things look right now.
There it is. It's the Washington Patriots visiting the Hedgesville Eagles. We're going to take a 1-minute timeout, come back and continue our pregame show as we hear from both head coaches. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
WVU Medicine introduces a new minimally invasive hysterectomy surgery to our area. V-Notes is an advanced gynecologic technique that provides many benefits to patients, such as shorter hospital stays, less post-operative pain, faster recoveries, and no visible scars. Dr. Aaron Miller and Dr. Lori Tucker with WVU Medicine OBGYN in Martinsburg are the only OBGYNs in the Baltimore, Washington metropolitan area currently offering this cutting-edge procedure. WVU Medicine, the future of surgery is here.
The Art McBee Insurance Agency is proud to be a sponsor of EPAC Basketball. We're an independent insurance agency representing many top insurance companies. We offer home, auto, business, life, and health policies. Call us at 304-263-6906 or stop in at 824 North Queen Street in Martinsburg for a no-obligation quotation. Offices in Martinsburg and Berkeley Springs.
We welcome you back into Eagle Field High School Baseball on a gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous Tuesday night. The Hedgesville Eagles hosting the Washington Patriots. Time for us to hear from both head coaches. Let's start with second year on the field, third year in the program, head coach Eric Grove for Hedgesville, as we caught up with him before going on the air, talking about where his team is at through their first 8 games.
So hitting better with runners in scoring position. Taking counts a little deeper, looking for, finding the pitch in a certain zone that we want to hit instead of just going out there and swinging. I think it just comes with playing games and getting the reps in, night out. And we've had different people step up every night, and that's what you got to have. Because 1 through 9, we haven't really hit straight through the lineup real well yet. But last night was a pretty good inkling of that, and hopefully we can keep doing that.
You mentioned that 1 through 9. The last time we were here, those guys in that bottom part of the order really came to life. How are you seeing that lower part of the order help to provide that offense?
They've definitely been an asset. We try, and I think one of the common misconceptions about lineup making is like your 9 hitters your worst, and we don't look at it that way. We want them to roll it over to the top. So we really just try and put people in situations where whether or not they're going to run the bases for us well, or maybe drive runners in. They're kind of spread out throughout the lineup. So we don't really have any lesser expectations for people at the bottom as we do the top, and they've done a good job all year long, so we're proud of them.
How about the way you've been pitching? As I look at your game changer, Thomas Budka fires a no-hitter in the victory against Spring Valley on Saturday.
Thomas threw really well, and he really didn't get what he deserved when he played down at Jefferson. There was a lot of other things in play with that, and he's done really well. Our pitching staff's pretty similar across the board. We throw 6 or 7 people out there that kind of throw pretty similarly, and so and I think that's a testament to what Coach Snyder's work with them, and a lot of them do consistent things throughout the program. We just want them to throw strike one, not allow runners on base with walks and hit by pitches, because that's a lot of times where you get beat in high school baseball, when you give them something. So we haven't been given a whole lot, and I hope we keep doing that.
What are you seeing out of these Washington Patriots?
I haven't got to. We scrimmaged them, and I haven't seen a lot out of them as far as their actual games. I feel like they've sort of had an uneven way. Just talking to Coach Nussbaum today, and I do think that they're improved from a couple years ago, and I really think they're going to give us a challenge tonight. I'm sure that they want to come out here and make a statement. And we need to. We've been on the grind here the last 9-10 days. We went from having no games in to having 8 games in really fast. So we got to stay mentally in it, because if we don't, we're going to be in trouble.
Coach, thank you. Good luck.
Thank you, sir.
There you go. That is Eric Grove. He is the head coach of the Hedgesville Eagles. They come in averaging about 7.5 runs a game defensively and pitching. They're getting it done, giving up only about 3.3 a contest. All right, let's go to the other dugout. And Washington head coach Colin Nussbaum, he, like Coach Grove, in his 3rd season, but is 2nd on the field. And his Washington Patriots at 3-6. We ask him what he is seeing the development of his team through these first 9 games.
I mean, we're sitting at 3-6, but it's a pretty good 3-6. We've been playing some solid baseball. We've been unlucky in a couple of situations. We've given up some big innings here and there, but fielding and defense and our hitting starting to come along. We broke it open, I think, last week against Martinsburg with a 11-run 10th. So I think we're starting to see some pitches better, but we're playing pretty well. We just haven't won, and I think those things are going to start to come here a little bit for us.
Clearly one of the top teams right now record-wise in the EPAC and possibly across the state, Hedgesville. What do you see in this matchup? How big is this game for your guys?
Yeah, it's a huge one for us. We're trying to get a little momentum. We won two region games last week in a row, and then we dropped to Hampshire, which was a tough one Saturday. So, we're trying to bounce back and kind of get back on track a little bit. They're obviously a pretty good team. Like I said, their record's pretty good. So, anytime you play a region team, and every night's tough around here. I mean, you just got a bunch of really good teams. So, if we just put a bat together, field it, and throw some strikes, I think we give ourselves a chance.
Coach, thank you. Good luck.
Yeah, thank you very much.
There you go. Washington Patriots head coach Colin Nussbaum. Matt, they come in averaging 6.8 runs a game, just a little lower, about one less run per game than Hedgesville. The issue is they've given up 8.3. They've got to find a way to slow down that Hedgesville offense today.
Yeah, through 9 games, 75 runs given up. That's got to come down if they want to be competitive throughout this region as the season goes on.
Getting a lineup change. 24 is 20, and I believe that might be for Washington, because as I'm looking through their lineup, I do not see a 20 for Hedgesville. So apparently jersey switch, and that would probably be what I would have as Bradley Smedick at shortstop, who may be in the number 24 as opposed to the number 20 jersey. So we get that live on the air from Hedgesville head coach Eric Grove. Well, the two teams have taken all of their infield practice. The coaching staff's working now to get the field completely lined, get the batter's boxes into place. Our umpiring crew is here, and they will be meeting momentarily with both head coaches, exchanging lineup cards. So we'll send it back to the studio, take one final 1-minute timeout before we come back to take a look at those starting lineups as we wrap up our pregame show. It's West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%. Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Since 1877, Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies have proudly supported our local community. Farmers and Mechanics has the insurance products to meet your needs, including home, auto, farm, dwelling fire, business owners, and umbrella coverage. Please contact your local independent agency for a review of your insurance needs and ask for a policy from the company that knows you best. Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies, just off Edwin Miller Boulevard on Administrative Drive in Martinsburg. FMIWV.com.
Along with Matt Crawford, I'm Matt Miller. John Alderton running our TV 10 camera. Donald Kinney is our producer here on site, with Colin McLaughlin, our engineer, back at the studio. A Tuesday night of high school baseball. The Washington Patriots visiting the Hedgesville Eagles. Matt, Hedgesville has swept this series each of the last 2 years, winning 7-2 and 14-5 back in 2018. In 2019, both finals were 14-2. Of course, there was no baseball season last year due to COVID. You go back to that 2017 season, and that is the year that Washington swept, including a pair of regional games as they went 4-0 against Hedgesville. And, of course, that year in 2017, that was the year that Washington went 24-7 and all the way to the state semifinals.
Yeah, and I think you look at this team, and we've said this about every game we've called this year, just because there wasn't baseball last year. But these are two completely different teams than the last time they saw each other. Washington was a very young team. It took till that trip to Myrtle Beach for Washington to get their first win a couple of seasons ago. And for Hedgesville, clearly not quite the pop out of the bat, not quite the 1-9 that they had a few years ago when you look at Brady Weaver, when you look at Chase DeLauder that they had. So two different teams in the last time these two saw, and it's added a unique twist to this season.
Go back to 2019, Hedgesville 25-9 went to the state semis with that tough 1-0 loss against Hurricane. a very young Washington team went 2-25, but competed in that sectional. A 7-2 loss against Hampshire, and then just a 4-1 loss against Jefferson. So this team has come out, and they have been competing this year, as we heard from Coach Nussbaum. One of those losses out of the 6, just a 1-run loss, 3-2 at Hampshire. Another one, just a 3-run loss in that 9-6 loss up at University. So for a young team on the road as much as they have been this year, this is still a dangerous club. Don't let that record fool you. All right, as they go over the ground rules here at Eagle Field, let's get into our look at today's starting lineups. We begin with the visitors, the Washington Patriots, and here is Matt Crawford.
Playing center field in the leadoff spot, number 22, Kobe Smith. In the number 2 spot, third baseman Zach Wick. Playing left field, batting third, number 7, Cameron Moore. In the cleanup spot, playing first base, number 14, Colin Reed. In the number 5 spot, wearing number 4 and doing the catching, is Ty Broughton. DH, the true DH for the pitcher, Logan Link. In the 6th spot is number 13, Jimmy Williams. Playing right field, batting 7th, number 11, Tommy Wogan. Brendan Kerr's in the 8th spot. He will wear number 8 and play second base. And rounding out your batting order, it is Bradley Smittick. Wearing number 20, he will play shortstop this evening.
All right, let's turn to the Hedgesville Eagles. I'll tell you what, though, before we do, coaching staff for Washington. We mentioned Colin Nussbaum in his second season on the field, 5 wins, 31 losses, really looking to rebuild this program, assisted by Toby Keller and Jordan English. Now let's go to the homestanding Hedgesville Eagles.
In the leadoff spot, playing center field, number 5, Thomas Budka. In the number 2 spot, Kyle West playing short. He wears number 22. In the number 3 spot, number 13, playing first base, is Luke Kisner. In the cleanup spot, playing third base, wearing number 7, is Riley Bubb. In that number 5 spot, Caden DeLauder. He plays right field and wears number 21. In the 6th spot is Colby Blau, who is at second base. He will wear number 11. The DH tonight, he will DH for catcher Aiden Milton, is Tyler Smith. He wears number 27, batting 7th. Lane DeLauder is in the 8th spot. He will play left field and wear number 16. And pitching, batting 9th, number 6. Cam Lady.
And the coaching staff for Hedgesville, Eric Grove in his 3rd year with the program, second on the field. I feel like we always have to say that after no season last year. How about 34 wins, 10 losses, assisted by Nikki Brown, Scott Budka, Derek Snyder, Mike Quinn, and Brian Mosley. So there you go. A look at the lineups, a look at the coaching staffs, and we are just about ready to go. Washington being introduced, coming out of the dugout off the third base side. The dark blue baseball pants with the road gray jersey tops. A lot of flash to those with, kind of a white Patriot face across the back of that jersey that then has the red numeral that kind of blends in over top of that with the white and then the blue trim. Washington across the front of those jersey tops. Meanwhile, coming out of that first base dugout in just a moment, the Hedgesville Eagles, they've got the white baseball pants, and they will have the gold jersey tops, or yellow jersey tops, you may now say. Eagles across the front, numerals front and back, and that is in blue and outlined in white. Remember last time we were here, we had that conversation about the kind of WVU color scheme now as opposed to the Vegas gold. This is now more of the WVU gold.
They look good. I like it. I like the adjustments. I like the old school H shape kept still on that hat and the old script. It's a good look for Hedgesville. I like this better than that Vegas gold.
Lights already on as we get ready for the 7 o'clock first pitch, and we are pretty close to being on time with that 7 o'clock hour, just about 3 minutes away. As the starting lineups are introduced, they will make their way out onto the field, and they will line up with the 3 outfielders in center field, 3 of the infielders right in behind second base, and then the other 3, catcher, pitcher, and usually first baseman, who will be right off that back slope of the pitcher's mound. All right, as we get ready for action here, we'll send it back to the studio. We take a 2-minute timeout. When we return, we will take a look at the pitching matchup, and we'll bring you that opening pitch and all the play-by-play of West Virginia high school baseball on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10.
At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is Prevent, Promote, Protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg.
Carpet World is more than just carpet. Carpet World specializes in a complete selection of hardwood floors by respected names like Armstrong, Bruce, Shaw, and Mohawk, and tile by Dowell Tile, American Oleum, and Mannington for all rooms in your home. And Carpet World can update your bathroom shower with very attractive ceramic tile walls and floor. Financing with up to 12 months deferred interest is available, along with experienced quality installation at Carpet World, 2330 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg. CarpetWorldofMartinsburg.com. Remember that last trip to the auto mechanic?
I also think your solenoid gasket is bad.
What?
Yep, that'll be another $500.
Forget that and go to D&N Auto Specialist at 230 Tavern Road, Martinsburg, where honesty is their best policy. Serving the Eastern Panhandle since 1974, D&N Auto is family-owned and operated, specializing in exhaust alignments and tires. From general maintenance to major overhauls, they'll treat you right. Call D&N Auto Specialist at 304-267-4078. Since 1877, Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies have proudly supported our local community. Farmers and Mechanics has the insurance products to meet your needs, including home, auto, farm, dwelling fire, business owners, and umbrella coverage. Please contact your local independent agency for a review of your insurance needs and ask for a policy from the company that knows you best. Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies, just off Edwin Miller Boulevard on Administrative Drive in Martinsburg. FMIWV.com.
We welcome you back into Eagle Field, getting ready for tonight's matchup with the Hedgesville Eagles playing host to the Washington Patriots. This is the varsity game. The JV game earlier went 6 innings. That 7th inning did not get to take place as they have a time frame for that JV game to wrap up so that the varsity game can begin as close to 7 o'clock as possible. And in these 6 innings, it was Hedgesville who held on for the win, if you will, by an 8-5 final. It was Washington who struck first. Then Hedgesville opened up that lead. I believe it was 8-3 as I went down to get some interviews, came back up, and they had already wrapped it up. And that final again, Hedgesville over Washington 8-5 in that JV game. Towing the pitching rubber is Cam Lady, and the right-hander getting in his warm-up tosses. And Matt, he has looked good this year.
Yeah, pretty darn impressive. 7 2/3 on the mound. This will be start number 3 for him and appearance number 3 for him. A 1-0 record and zeros across the board for that ERA. 4 hits given up in the 7 2/3 he's been on the mound. 2 runs, but neither of them earned. 9 strikeouts to just 4 walks.
Well, he's got a tough task ahead, at least in the top of this Washington order. Kobe Smith comes in with that average at 300, but the on-base percentage at 421. Zach Wick has a 292 average, but a 514 on-base percentage. And Cameron Moore, a 367 average and a 525 on-base percentage, because those guys, they're patient at the plate and take walks.
They are. 5 walks in that leadoff spot for Smith, 7 walks for Wick, and 6 for Cameron Moore. The only issue with that is Smith, with those 5 walks, also 7 strikeouts. Wick with those 7 walks, 7 strikeouts. And Moore with those 6 walks, 6 strikeouts. So they're basically 1 for 1 every time they reach on a walk. They're striking out, so those numbers have got to be adjusted a little bit back the other way.
Hey, I'm going to throw Colin Reed into that mix as well, the number 4 hitter, 5 walks and 6 Ks as well. Here we go, ready to get action underway. Kobe Smith standing in that left-hand batter's box, swings at the first pitch, bounces it up the middle over the head of the pitcher, and the second baseman Blau with a backhand stab, but he's all the way out into the grass in shallow center and no chance to make a throw. That opening pitch coming at 7:01, and it's bounced through the middle for an opening single.
Hey, that's one way to start. Weather is beautiful. Take the bat off the shoulder and swing it.
So there you go. 10th hit on this season so far for Kobe Smith. He's aboard at first for Zach Wick, right-hand batter with an open stance in the box. And the first pitch to him, fouled straight back for strike 1. There you go. Washington being aggressive at the plate, and why not? If you got a guy on the mound that throws strikes, You see a good pitch early on, go after it.
We mentioned that batting average for Wick at .292. That's 7 hits in 24 trips to the plate.
He awaits that 0-1. Runner is on the move, and the pitch to the plate is fouled out of play first base side. We'll do it again now, 0-2.
And Lady putting him over the plate. That's now 3 pitches he's thrown. All 3 have been cut at.
And you like the aggressiveness of Coach Nussbaum early on in this one. Putting a man in motion, trying a little hit and run, trying to put some pressure on Lady and this Hedgesville defense. 0-2 delivery. Here it comes. That fastball stays high. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
And that's not a bad miss pitch right there. They swung at the first 3. Try one out of the zone a little bit, see if you can get him to chase.
That one was up and just a little too high. Wick not going to go after that one. Just maybe under the bill of that cap. Now the right-hander steps back in. 1-2 pitch due. Runner stays. It works down low and outside. 2-2. Key pitch coming here. Really don't want to go 3-2. Will Smith be in motion again? Held on at first by Kisner. He's got his lead.
Nothing major over there first as he inches out a little bit more.
He was leaning in the throw over and did not get him. Wow.
I'm not sure he ever moved his feet, but the shoulders turned just a bit. I think if he would have taken even half a step towards second base, he's hosed at first.
Yeah, that was close. Our base umpire is C.L. Baker. He had a good view as he's out between that first and second base bag, with the runner on. And again, we'll have a throw over, and this time Smith was ready. Goes back in. Still on the dive, but not as close as that prior play.
Yeah, and you got to do that if you're late. You get him leaning on the last check over. You got to keep him honest at first base.
So Wick awaits that 2-ball, 2-strike pitch. Lady ready. Here it comes. In on his hands. It's a slow roller towards the third baseman. In on it is Bub. His only play is to first. The throw there in time to get him. Wick is retired 5-3. Kobe Smith advances to second.
And it may sound, if you're looking at it and watching it on TV, you see clearly there's no play at second base. We've seen several players this year in this now our third game that you could tell have gotten tense going, can I make it to second, can I make it to second? Bub doing a very good job right there, staying down on the baseball, realizing first is the only play in making a throw.
First pitch to Cameron Moore, sophomore left fielder, and he checks his swing for ball 1.
Moore getting you a little choked up over there?
Little dust in the air. 1 ball, no strike pitch with a runner in scoring position at second. 1 out, and it's a high bouncing ball back up the middle. This time the second baseman, Blau, moves over to his right, and it goes right through him out into shallow center field. Play coming through to the plate, and not in time. The tag from Aiden Milton a little bit late as Kobe Smith goes in to score the first run, and it comes on an error up the middle.
Yeah, Colby Blau moving to his right and had the glove turned over, which I think was the big issue right there. If he's got the palm up and goes down, he probably at least blocks it and keeps it in front of him, may have a play at first, but the glove was turned over and really trying to stab at it, and you're not going to make that play 9 times out of 10.
With the throw to the plate, Cameron Moore goes to second base, so a run in on the error, and then another run in scoring position for Colin Reed, and he will take strike 1. And again, look at that at-bat for Moore. Sees only 2 pitches, right? One misses, and he goes after the next one. Washington very aggressive at the plate. 0-1 delivery. Here it comes. That fastball is outside. 1-1 to the sophomore in the cleanup spot. 7 hits in 25 at-bats for Reed, and no home runs, 4 driven in. It's a .280 average, but a .419 on-base percentage with 5 walks. Swings and lines this one into center field. That's going to be down for a base hit. Budka ranging over to his right. He drops it, picks it up, fires through to the plate over the head of one cutoff man, but it is grabbed by the pitcher right in front of the pitcher's mound, and that will hold Colin Reed at first. He's got himself an RBI single, scoring Cameron Moore from second, and Washington leads 2-0.
Yeah, good piece of hitting. Reed, I don't think you could fit a piece of paper between the line on the back of the box and where Reed's back foot was. Very, very far back in that right-hand batter's box, and that was a breaking pitch, and if you're that far back in the box, that ball looks like a beach ball coming in, and he waited back on it and drove it right back where it came from, right up the middle, and Washington hitting the baseball very well.
A runner at first, still just 1 out. It brings up Ty Broughton. Catcher and number 5 hitter. He swings, grounds one back up the middle. Could be 2. No, it goes again through the legs and under the glove of Blau, the second baseman, out into center field. Second error in the inning, and runners are at first and second.
Yeah, Blau just wants to get out of the inning right now. That one, a routine ground ball to the second baseman. Just didn't keep that glove on the dirt.
Clearly would have gotten the out at second base and had a chance to maybe turn two, but it did not turn out that way. I believe that's Ryan McCarthy, who is coming in to serve as a runner over at first.
Will be a courtesy runner for Broughton, the catcher.
As McCarthy takes his place, we get ready for Jimmy Williams to stand in, and the DH, wearing number 13, takes the first pitch. That's a strike.
Yeah, a little bit of a check swing. But I think that was more getting rhythm than anything. Didn't look overly aggressive with that check swing.
Good size in that right-hand batter's box as he watches this one a little low and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Out of the number 6 spot in the order, the junior has a .379 average with a homer and 8 driven in. Runners at first and second, just 1 away, 2 runs already in this top of the first inning. Breaking pitch that stays high. Not a lot of break on that one, and it's 2-1.
And with just 1 down, the corner's playing in for Hedgesville. Not quite on the grass. But Kisner at first base about a step off, and at third base, you have Bub, who works his way in on the pitch, about even with the base right now, but on that pitch works a couple feet in.
2-1 pitch hit on another high bounce towards the third baseman. Bub has it again. We'll have but one play, and the throw low in the dirt. It bounces in and out of the body of Kisner, and a third error in the half inning for Hedgesville has allowed Washington to load the bases.
And Eric Grove going to make his way to the mound, but this has nothing to do with Lady on the mound as he calls the entire infield in, and really just a matter of focus right now. Bub, a lot of time to make that throw. I'm not sure whether just a quick glance over to see that runner going from second to third and, hey, can I tag him? But plenty of time to make that throw. We know Bub's got that arm strength and just missed it low.
Well, Bub has made the only put out so far in this half inning as Zach Witt grounded out 5-3. Kobe Smith got it all started with that bouncing base hit up the middle. He came around to score when Cameron Moore reached on an error. With a throw to the plate, Moore took second. Colin Reed followed with a solid RBI single into center field. And then Ty Broughton reaches on an error. Jimmy Williams reaches on an error, and it brings up Tommy Wogan with 1 down, 2 runs in, and a chance for a whole lot more.
Yeah, and this early in the game, you don't want to, I was going to say, you don't want to make it 3. The infield wasn't on the grass, and the middle infield pulls back as that one misses high.
Yeah, good hard fastball, but a little up out of the zone to Tommy Wogan.
Wogan's driven in 3 on the season, and talk about a strikeout to walk ratio you don't want. 8 strikeouts and hasn't drawn a walk yet.
He swings and fouls this one out of play along the right field side. 1 ball, 1 strike. Wogan, one of 2 seniors in this lineup for the Patriots. And they've got 5 juniors and 3 sophomores out of the starting 10, including the starting pitcher, Logan Link, who is a senior, being DH'd for in the batting order. 1-1 delivery, off-speed pitch hit off the end of the bat, right back up the middle. It's going to go through into center field for a base hit. Charging hard on it, Budka. He'll fire through to third, hoping to get the force out of the runner as McCarthy had to go back towards the bag and make sure it got through. That throw was too late, and that'll be an RBI base hit for Wogan. Bases remain loaded as Washington now leads 3-0. And again, outside of that solid line drive from Reed, none of these balls have been hit particularly hard. But we've had some high bouncing balls. We've had the 3 errors. Washington making the most of their opportunity as Brendan Kerr steps in and takes high and away ball 1.
Take away the errors, but all the legitimate hits, same place, right back up the middle.
Kerr awaits that 1-0 delivery. Takes on the outside corner for a called strike. Kerr, the second baseman. 3 hits, 15 at bats. That's a .200 average. No homers, 1 driven in.
And, Matt, that was a good frame by Milton at the plate. That ball looked a little off the plate, and just the quick turn of the glove. Good frame by the catcher.
1-1 down low. 2 balls and a strike. Not a ton of pitches thrown right now for Cam Lady for the fact that he's facing the number 8 hitter. Washington has been very aggressive at the plate. Open stance for Kerr in that right-hand box as he takes this one down low and outside. That is ball 3. Count's gone to 3-1, and there's no place to put him.
And right now, hitters count, so I would imagine you'll see Kerr with the green light here if he sees something he wants to take. Try to drive it into a gap.
Lady trying to work out of this top of the first inning jam. The right-hander to the plate, swinging a fly ball, pretty well hit into right field, moving back on it is DeLauder. It's going to be over his head. McCarthy will score from third. Williams being waved around. He's going to score from second. Wogan making the wide turn and now goes back. It'll be a 2 RBI double for Brendan Kerr. And look at that, 5 runs on the board in this first for Washington. A good piece of hitting.
Yeah, inside-out hitting for the righty. Just drove it deep to right field. DeLauder pretty much on his horse off the bat. And again, with the 3-1, that's a hitter's count. You get the green light. A little bit late on it was Kerr, but did the job. Again, deep to right field. A couple of bounces for DeLauder to chase it, and Washington coming out red hot in the top of the first.
Brings up the number 9 hitter, Bradley Smetic. First pitch swinging. He sends a fly ball into left field. That one moving back, and the left fielder drifting back eventually gets under it. Lane DeLauder with a grab, tagging at third, and heading to the plate, coming home to score is Tommy Wogan. It's a sacrifice fly, RBI number 3 for Smetic, and a 6-0 Washington lead. There you go. Nice job.
Yeah, they're scoring runs in every facet right now. Scoring on errors, scoring on hits, scoring on sacrifice flies to left field. Washington getting the job done early.
Brendan Kerr remained at second base, so he's still in scoring position. As we go back to the top of the order, and Kobe Smith, first pitch swinging, comes up empty for strike 1. And the Patriots exploding here in this first. Still a chance for another run if Smith can come up with a clutch 2-out hit. He swings and sends this one into straightaway center field and right at Thomas Budka, who moved just a little bit to his left and was able to make the grab on that line drive, and it retires the side. 10 batters, though, come to the plate in the first for Washington. 3 errors, costly for Hedgesville as the Patriots open up the early lead. Through a half an inning, Washington 6, Hedgesville coming to bat.
Heffley Motor Company, serving the Eastern Panhandle for over 17 years. Known for our wide variety of vehicles at great prices, we are the area's only pre-owned Carfax Advantage dealer.
Save yourself time and money. Come see us. You'll be glad you did.
And don't forget our popular detailing service to keep your car looking brand new. We're proud to be your partner serving the community. You're local, we're local, why not buy local? Heffley Motor Company, a nice place to do business.
WVU Medicine introduces a new minimally invasive hysterectomy surgery to our area. V-Notes is an advanced gynecologic technique that provides many benefits to patients, such as shorter hospital stays, less post-operative pain, faster recoveries, and no visible scars. Dr. Aaron Miller and Dr. Lori Tucker with WVU Medicine OBGYN in Martinsburg are the only OBGYNs in the Baltimore, Washington metropolitan area currently offering this cutting-edge procedure. WVU Medicine, the future of surgery is here.
Back again here at Eagle Field. Washington with an early 6-0 lead for Logan Link, who begins his warm-up tosses. Now time for our first inning first look forecast. How about sunny skies and a game time temperature at 84 degrees. Overnight tonight looking for a low around 59. Clouds, though, building through the day on Wednesday, high of around 84. The Wednesday night low about 57, and clouds, and it's now up to a 70% chance of some rain showers through the day on Thursday, and that high going to get only up to about 77 degrees. We'll wait and see whether Thursday brings us some more baseball or not. Tomorrow night we're indoors. We got basketball.
Yeah, and why would we want to be outside at a baseball diamond when it's 82 degrees outside? And could we have more drastically different weather from the last time we were here just 5 days ago?
No, not at all. Thomas Budka stands in to get this bottom of the first inning started for Hedgesville. Takes low and outside, ball 1 off the mitts of the catcher Broughton and through to the backstop.
Logan Link on the mound comes in with a 0-0 record. He's pitched 13 1/3 innings so far, and this will be start number 3 for him.
Fastball down the middle for a strike, 1-1 to Budka.
In that 13 1/3, he's got a 3.15 ERA. That's given up 16 hits, 10 runs, 4 of those earned. A good strikeout ratio, 7-1, 14 on the season, and just 2 walks.
Budka swinging at the 1-1, lifts it in the air down the right field line. Ranging over to make that play is Tommy Wogan. Froze for a moment, took a few steps to his left, kind of got the ball in his sights again, and then continued to his left and made that grab.
We know from football season he's got speed out there in right field, so had the time to analyze where the ball was and met it perfectly on the run.
One down, bases empty for the hard-hitting shortstop Kyle West out of the number 2 spot in the order. The left-hand batter takes a pitch inside for ball 1. Matt, we could clearly hear Coach Eric Grove for Hedgesville as his team came in after that last half inning.
Yeah, was not happy at all.
Swinging away, here's a pop-up along the third base line. It's the third baseman coming down, looking to make the play, in and out of his glove, and it ends up hitting in fair territory, I believe. No, they'll say a foul ball. That was Zach Wick coming down the line. Logan Link, the pitcher, was going over, and about halfway down that line, Wick seemed like he had it, but drifted back towards the field of play and had to go in and out of the glove.
Well, that certainly looked like it bounced back in fair territory.
I'm assuming the initial hit must have been in foul territory immediately after it came out of the glove. So the 1-1 pitch bounced foul. That one off the facing of the dugout roof for Hedgesville along that first base side. Now at a ball and 2 strikes. Jeff King, our umpire, behind the plate. We had already mentioned C.L. Baker on the bases. 2-man crew that already worked that JV game as well. They're working double duty tonight. 1-2 pitch on the inside corner taken by West for a call, strike 3. That's just the second time in now 24 at-bats he has struck out this season.
Yeah, and that ball, some movement on it. Looks like it started on the outer edge of the plate, and then at the last minute, just some cutting action into the lower third, and West thought it was going to break inside. It caught the lower inside part of the plate.
Oh, and now the first pitch to Luke Kisner hits the left-hand batter. I think he took that one in the hip pocket, so hopefully won't hurt too bad as he takes first base with 2 away.
And those always feel better when it's 85 degrees outside than when you have those nice 40-degree nights.
Not that they ever feel good.
No, but sometimes they feel better than others.
There you go. You go from a perfect pitch for a strikeout to a pitch too far inside for a hit by pitch. And with a 2-out base runner, Riley Bubb, the batter, and he takes strike 1. Boy, what a start to the season he's having.
Yeah, he's having a very good season. 391, 9 for 23. 13 and driven in, 1 home run.
Swings and fouls. The 0-1 pitch back out of play. No balls and 2 strikes. Link doing a great job of getting ahead of the hitters. Retired the first 2 before hitting Kisner. He's at first with 2 away. Held on there by Reed. 0-2 pitch to the plate. Runner on the move. Pitch in on the hands. Bubb fouls it to the screen. And we'll do it again as the runner at first, Kisner, goes back.
And Link wasting no time on the mound. He gets that baseball back for the most part. This time taking his time a little bit getting back on the rubber after the foul ball, but he's been pretty consistent with 1 look, maybe 2 looks over to first, then quickly firing that ball into the catcher.
From the stretch with that runner on, here comes that pitch. Again, popped foul. This one back over top of the screen and out of play. Bubb doing a nice job to stay alive. He has struck out just twice in 17 prior at-bats. Has also walked 3 times to go along with his 6 hits. Let me go back. 5 walks to go along with his 9 hits. Here's a pitch up and in. He ducks out of the way. Runner was on the move in the throw down. Way too high. The shortstop, Smedic, coming over, had to leap up in the air and ended up on that right field side of second base as Kisner went in with a head-first dive in the stolen base.
Yeah, he got a good jump over there at first, and I didn't think there was a chance of getting him at second. It would have had to have been the perfect throw, and that one bringing the shortstop off the bag.
Now Bubb swings, grounds this one into left field, charging hard as more. Will there be a throw to the plate? He is going to fire through. That one will be cut off, and no throw to second as Bubb will head there. He's got RBI number 14 on the base hit, and Hedgesville is on the board, now trailing 6-1.
And Matt, that was interesting defense being played there by Washington. Usually when it's a righty up, that shortstop pretty much stays in position because the righties tend to pull to that left side of the infield. The shortstop, Smedic, was shading over towards second base, really playing behind the runner, and that left a huge gap between third base and shortstop.
That is exactly where that ball went, and so the base hit and the subsequent throw to the plate not only brings home a run, but leaves Bubb in scoring position. And now we'll have Broughton going out for a quick conference. He and Link not on the same page. Caden DeLauder is the batter, right fielder, number 5 hitter. He is a junior, one of 3 juniors in this starting lineup. Hedgesville does have a senior-dominated order today. 6 seniors, 3 juniors, no sophomores, and then 1 freshman. Pitch missing outside for ball 1. Now to Caden DeLauder. By the way, the freshman is his younger brother, Lane DeLauder. He's playing left field and will be hitting in the number 8 spot in the order. Link is ready with a 1-0, looks at the runner at second, pitch to the plate, popped up, first base side, back out of play. Count at 1-1. Washington with 6 runs on 4 hits, 3 Hedgesville errors, no walks, and a runner left on base in that top of the first inning. Hedgesville with a 2-out hit by pitch, a steal, and then an RBI single with a run on the board here in the bottom of the first, trailing 6-1. Runner at second with a 1-1 pitch. Here it comes, breaking pitch, just up and in.
Yeah, finished as a strike at the catcher's mitt, went across the front of home plate. I think still just a bit inside. If that broke any earlier, I think that's in for strike 2.
Pretty good movement on the pitch.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now that 2-1 delivery, fastball hit in the air, pretty high, pretty deep into left field. Cameron Moore ranging over towards the line, and in fair territory, reaches up and makes the catch to retire the side. That would have been a fair ball, but that one hung in the air too long. Cameron Moore had plenty of time to get over by the line and pull that one in. Still an RBI hit from Riley Bubb puts Hedgesville on the board, and as we go to inning number 2, your score is now Washington 6, Hedgesville 1.
Looking to buy a home in the Eastern Panhandle? Having trouble getting your house sold? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. A Martinsburg High School graduate, Chris knows the local market, and he's proven it as the #1 real estate team in West Virginia in 2019. Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. Phone 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. Let's celebrate your real estate milestone together.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
6-1 Washington as the Patriots bat. Top half of inning number 2, facing Cam Lady, who in that first inning threw 27 pitches. 17 of those went for strikes. He'll face Zach Wick, number 2 hitter in the order, who bounced out to the third baseman back in that first inning. And the right-hand hitter takes just outside ball 1.
Didn't miss by much.
Lady looking in at Milton. The catcher has the sign. He's ready, and the next delivery fouled back into the netting. Count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Mentioned early on, this is a Patriot team averaging about 6.8 runs a game. You get 6 in the first, you're feeling pretty good. Got to keep it going, though. We know this Hedgesville offense can score some runs as well. That 1-1 pitch just a bit up and away. 2 balls and a strike. Cameron Moore, Colin Reed due next. Lady as a right-hander works more from that first base side of the pitching rubber. Here comes that pitch, fouled at the plate. That one caught, I believe, the catcher's mask of Milton.
Yeah, you could hear the crack of the plastic.
Plate umpire Jeff King steps out in front of the plate, throws a baseball out to Cam Lady, and gives Milton a few moments to kind of make sure he's okay. Shake out those cobwebs, if you will. 2-2 on the way. Breaking pitch, low and outside. Good eye by Wick not to chase that one.
And Matt, you mentioned we know Hedgesville can score runs and score pretty quickly. Last time we were here last Thursday against Musselman, it was a 7-run third inning and then back-to-back 2-run innings to close out the game.
3-2 pitch in on the hands of Wick, who somehow fought it off without taking his fingers off. That one bounced in behind the plate.
That's a cold night. That's stinging your hands an awful lot.
Again, a 3-2 pitch is due. Here it comes. Good fastball. Fouled out of play off the first base side. Get ready for the 8th pitch of this at-bat. Good at-bat for Zach Wick.
Wick's drawn 7 walks this year, but again, 7 strikeouts to go with it.
He's on the verge of one of those right now. Which one will it be, or will he get a hit? 3-2, here it comes. Off-speed pitch again in on his hands. Good job to wait on it and foul it away in behind home.
And that's the second one he's hit. That couldn't be more than about an inch or 2 above his hands.
That was a new pitch from Cam Lady. Hadn't seen one quite that slow. Slow breaking pitch. Now that 3-2 delivery, high, hard fastball. That went all the way through to the backstop, and Karam's out to the first baseman, Luke Kisner. That is ball 4. Wick draws the leadoff base on balls.
Just the 5th walk that Lady has allowed this year in his now 8 innings of work. 8th walk for Zach Wick.
Leadoff batter on for a second time for Washington. Cameron Moore stands in. Runner is on the move. Moore lifts it in the air down the left field line. This one is a slicing and will go foul. That one hitting off the fencing in the out of play area down that left field line.
Some call that foul territory.
Yeah, and Lane DeLauder got over there pretty quick and kind of made some contact with that fence.
Had no choice.
It came up on him quickly.
Yeah, he's at full speed and realizes that ball hit the top of the fence about 8 steps from it and not able to throw the brakes on quite in time.
Love the hustle out there from the freshman, trying to get to that one and make a play. Here's a bunt pushed up that third base line. What a great bunt from Moore. It's fielded by Bub. His only play is at first. The throw there in time to get him as Wick goes to second. Moore will have a sacrifice bunt. Boy, that pitch was way outside, and he somehow got the bat out there to get that bunt down.
Yeah, and got it in the perfect location. I mean, if you're going to put a bunt down, you want it about half to 2/3 of the way up the line, especially with the speed that Cameron Moore is going to give you. So that's a really good bunt, but an equally good play by Riley Bubb at third.
Yeah, nice play to come in and take his time to make that strong throw to first and get the out. Colin Reed to the plate. He takes ball 1. Runner in scoring position now at second for Reed, who had an RBI single his first time up, collecting his 5th run batted in on the season. Takes a fastball on the outside edge. That is a strike, and it's 1-1. 6-1 the lead for Washington here in the top half of inning number 2. All those runs coming in the first. Lady looks at the runner at second. 1-1 pitch. Sharp ground ball towards the second baseman. Blau stays down on this one. Makes a low throw to first, but a nice dig by Kisner. The out is recorded. It goes 4-3. And Zach Wick, who was at second, moves to third base. So another run 90 feet away.
Colby Blau is trying to, did a good job of making sure he kept that one in front of him after what was a rough first inning for him, but he's just trying to make a fluid play right now.
Ty Broughton, the batter, number 5 hitter in the order, reached on an error his first time up. And the right-hand batter looks at one down low and away for ball 1.
Good backhanded stab by Aiden Milton as Wick just 90 feet away. Again, a tough backstop to score on depending what pitch gets through and how hard it careens off the backstop.
1 ball, no strike pitch, grounded sharply towards the shortstop. Up with that one is West. His throw to first. In time to get him, Broughton will ground out 6-3. Nice job as Cam Lady is able to pitch around the leadoff base on balls, retiring the next 3 batters and holding Washington off the scoreboard. We're through an inning and a half, and your score remains Washington 6, Hedgesville 1.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg offers hand-cut, locally sourced steaks, fresh seafood, and sandwiches with great daily specials like 75-cent wings all day Monday, prime rib on Tuesday, New York strip on Wednesday, and chef specials every Friday and Saturday. Ask for the lunch punch card and have lunch on the Palace Lounge on Edwin Miller Boulevard. And don't forget the Big Apple Lounge on Sater Drive in Inwood.
A reputation for caring, a legacy of service. At Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations, it's been our story since 1880. A family-owned business, we support the needs and wishes of families. We offer traditional services, as well as many options for cremation, customized remembrances, and pre-planning. Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations retains its family atmosphere and stays true to its roots. Contact us for advanced planning, or at your time of loss. We're here when you need us.
6-1, Washington with the lead. Hedgesville to the plate, home half of inning number 2. 6, 7, and 8 hitters to face Logan Link. The senior in that first inning threw just 18 pitches, 12 of those went for strikes. Retired the first 2 batters, and then that 2-out hit by pitch came back to had an RBI single after Luke Kisner stole second to get himself into scoring position. That's where we stand right now. Let's see how Link does facing Colby Blau, Tyler Smith, and Lane DeLauder.
Blau, a 600 hitter, but that's only in 5 plate appearances this year. But his 3-4-5 is Driven in 1, 2 strikeouts, and 1 walk.
He has also added a base on balls, so look at the gaudy on-base percentage, 714.
Not bad work if you can get it.
Most of the time they say you're doing well if you're on base, 3 out of every 7 times. That's a 300 average. He's getting on base 7 out of those 10 at-bats, so doing his job. Let's see if he can get something started for the Eagles. Link is ready to go. A little late getting the bottom of the second started as Broughton had made the final out, and took a moment for the catcher to get out there to help warm up Link. Blau down in the counts, 0-1. Blau, senior, bats from the right side. Looks at this pitch on the inside corner for a strike, and Link changing the arm angle.
Yeah, changing the arm angle, a little bit of late movement as Blau had bailed that front foot out as the pitch broke in for strike 2.
0-2 pitch, swing and a foul tip hung on to by Broughton, and Blau on 3 pitches down on strikes. There you go. Third time he has struck out this season. That's a pair of Ks in the ball game. One looking now, one swinging for Link, who is up to 16 strikeouts on the season. Nobody on for Tyler Smith. Off-speed pitch, hit in the air into left center field, charging hard the center fielder, and Kobe Smith moving to his right and coming in fast, able to make the catch. 2 down on just 4 pitches.
And we've seen the speed of Washington. Everybody in the outfield has made an out so far for the Patriots, and we've seen the speed. They're really, you're going to have to find a gap, and it's going to have to be hit pretty darn hard if you're Hedgesville to put one into the outfield.
So Lane DeLauder to the plate. Left fielder number 8 hitter takes outside for ball 1. He's looking to keep a perfect start to this season going as he pops it foul out of play third base side. Now at 1-1.
Yeah, he's 2 for 2. Perfect 1,000 batting average.
He's come around to score a couple of runs as well, so when he's gotten on, they've helped to bring him around. Takes this pitch up and in as he ducks out of the way. Now 2-1. Tall and lean in that right-hand box.
Yeah, we were told he's going to be the tallest kid on the field pretty much wherever they go this year.
Swing and a miss, and it's 2-2. We were also told he's a heck of a young pitcher.
Yeah.
2-ball, 2-strike pitch, swing and a miss at that one up and in. Good pitch from Logan Link, and what a good inning as he sets down the side in order, including a pair of strikeouts. We are through 2 complete, and your score remains Washington 6, Hedgesville 1.
Craving lunch or dinner? The Cider Press restaurant inside Taylor's Farm Market has what you're craving. Awarded one of the 101 most unique places to eat in West Virginia, the Cider will fill you up with their delicious fresh orchard panini, mouth-watering smoker burger, farmer's daughter Cobb salad, and more. The Cider Press also serves a wide selection of craft beer and hard ciders. The Cider Press, serving lunch and dinner daily and where the food is fresh. You'll feel right at home. Now offering online ordering at Cider Press Deli and Grill.
This is Matt Miller, along with my wife, Dale.
As homeowners, we've been through the mortgage process several times, and each time we went to Mark and Cheryl Savitt at the Mortgage Center.
They treat you like family with personal one-on-one service, walking with you through the process from application to settlement.
Plus, low interest rates and closing costs.
The Mortgage Center is on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Phone 304-267-9040.
Or online at mortgagefinancing.com. NMLS number 237527, equal housing lender.
Along with Matt Crawford, I'm Matt Miller. John Alderton running our TV10 camera. Donald Kenny, our producer here on site, with Colin McLaughlin, our engineer, back at the studio. It is a 6-1 Washington lead as we go to the top of the third here. By the way, Major League Baseball, the Nationals are in Toronto to face the Blue Jays, and they're in the bottom of the second inning with the Nats out in front 1-0. We'll keep you updated on that one as we continue through this game. As we go to the third with your play-by-play, here's Matt.
Thanks, sir. Washington 6 runs on 4 hits in the top of the first inning. That also went along with 3 errors in the field for Hedgesville. Hedgesville did battle back and get 1 in the bottom of the first, scoreless in the second, and that gets us to where we are now here in the top of inning number 3. Jimmy Williams, the leadoff batter for Washington, takes ball 1 high and outside. Williams reached on one of those 3 errors back in the first. Stands in. Here's the 1-0, a swing, and I'm not sure he ever got the ball, but popped in and out of the glove of Aiden Milton, strike one.
45 pitches now, what we have unofficially for Cam Lady after 27 in the first and 16 in that second inning.
Count 1 ball, 1 strike. Out of the windup, here comes the pitch from Lady, a breaking ball. This one chopped right at the plate, foul. Williams down behind in the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. A .319 batter coming into the game, 11 hits. 2 walks, 5 strikeouts. Also the lone home run for the Washington Patriots this year. Tall stance in the box, pretty much covers that entire box with a wide stance. Here comes that 1-2. That fastball misses high. Count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Oh, we saw the walk to Wick to open the second inning in a pitch very similar to that. Remember, went all the way through to the backstop. On that one, Milton couldn't even climb the ladder to go jump up and get it.
And that one careened all the way to first base. Looked like infield practice. Count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. That one misses low in the dirt. Good block by Milton. Count runs full, 3-2.
Yeah, that pitch on the walk in the second was very close to hitting the bull in Bull Durham.
Here's the payoff pitch on the 3-2. A swing and a miss, and Williams goes down on strikes. It is the first strikeout of the day for Cam Lady. 1 down in the top of the third. Tommy Wogan now steps into that right-hand batter's box.
10th for Lady on the season strikeout-wise, and that was a very good pitch as he was working that outside edge, took it maybe just slightly off the outer edge of the plate, and Williams just couldn't get the arms extended enough to get out there.
Wogan, an RBI single in the first inning. Takes ball 1 just outside. That breaking ball again, just the movement a little too late. By the time it gets the catcher, it looks like a strike, but not quite a strike when it crosses the front of that plate. Wogan steps back in. Here comes the 1-0, a swing and a sharply hit ball down the left field line, but that one foul for a long strike 1. Wogan got his 8th hit with that RBI single back in the first. Also drove in his 4th run of the season.
Well, you look at this team as a whole and a .290 batting average. Extra base hits, 15 doubles, 2 triples, 1 home run. So they are a singles hitting ball club, bringing guys around.
At 1-1, Wogan fouls off in the netting just to our right. Now behind in the count, 1-2. Kerr in the on-deck circle. A RBI double. His first time up.
61 of the team's 79 hits have been singles.
Here comes the 1-2 to Wogan. Breaking ball. This one lifted high and going foul. Will it stay in play? It will. And the catch is made in left field by Lane DeLauder for out number 2.
Nice play, ranging over into foul territory, and I love it. DeLauder didn't like the way that hat was on his head as he was tracking that one. Very immediately kind of flipped that hat away and then continued to track that baseball. Knew where he was with that fence, coming up on him again pretty quickly. As
he
had
been there a couple times today over the fence. And, yeah, with a fly ball, if there's something that's not comfortable, it distracts you just that split second. So just throw the hat off, get rid of the what's making you uncomfortable, and make the play, a foul ball. Brendan Kerr takes a hack at the first pitch he sees, fouls it off to the screen behind home plate, strike 1.
Kerr with a big hit back in that first inning, a 2 RBI double as he came up with the bases loaded.
Lady looks in, gets the pitch he wants. Here comes that 1 low in the dirt. Easy one for Kerr to take. Ball 1, count even, 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 down here in the top of inning number 3.
We'll see if Lady is settling down now into this one. 5 consecutive batters he has retired since the walk of Wick to open that second inning.
That 1-1 driven just to the left of Kyle West of the shortstop position. That one looks like it could be a shallow gap surrounding first base. Kerr's going to try for 2. The cutoff goes through to second base and not in time. That is a 2-out double for Brendan Kerr to left center field.
So a pair of doubles now for Kerr, who did not have a double coming into this game. He was 3 for 15, and those 3 hits were singles. But Kerr able to collect a couple of extra base hits here.
And spraying it across the field. That first double to right, this one to left center. And now a runner in scoring position for Bradley Smedick. He steps in the number 9 hitter, a ground ball to third base. Bub is going to bobble. No play needed at first base. That one sharply hit to Riley Bub. Looked like it rolled up the palm of his glove and off his arm. Stayed right around his feet, just not able to make the play. I think that's got to go down. If it hits the glove and rolls up, that's got to be an error on the third baseman.
It is a tough one, but yeah, that would be 4 errors now for this Hedgesville defense.
Number 22, Kobe Smith.
First base now stands Smedic. Kerr at second. We're back to the top of the order. It's Kobe Smith as he takes ball one, bounces away from Milton, and those runners are going to advance now, too, in scoring position.
Yeah, that one down in the dirt. Milton did everything he could to try to drop to his knees and block that pitch, but just couldn't do it.
So a wild pitch advances both runners into scoring position. Count 1-0 to the leadoff batter. Kobe Smith had a single to start this game right up the middle. A single would likely score 2 here. Here comes the 1-0 strike on the outer third. That one about belt high as across the plate.
Smith hit it hard the second time up in that first inning. Lined out to center. Let's see what he does here.
1-1 low in the dirt. This time blocked by Milton. He's able to keep it in front of him. The runners will hold where they are. Count 2-1 to Smith. And, if you're Cam Lady, you want to get out of this jam and keep it just a 5-run deficit. Out of the stretch. Smith stands in. Here comes that 2-1. Strike 2. Same location as strike 1. Right on that outer third of the strike zone, about belt high.
Yeah, that's one Smith's got to take the other way. That's on that outside edge as a left-hand batter. Try to maybe get that one out into left field.
Here comes the break even on the 2-2. That one again low in the dirt. Milton able to block it. Count full 3-2. The runners will start moving a bit on third. It's always interesting with that 3-2 count. Although nobody at first.
No, nobody at first.
Got both runners advanced on that, so won't be moving on the 3-2. Here comes that 3-2. Now the base is loaded as first base. It'll be Kobe Smith.
Yeah, that pitch way up and outside just got away from Cam Lady. No doubt about it. He has been laboring in this one. Defense hasn't helped a lot with those 4 errors, but that is the second walk that he has issued to go along with a strikeout, and that's going to get Derek Snyder, pitching coach, out for a quick conference. I don't see anybody loosening in the bullpen area down behind the batting cages off the first base line.
No, just a quick conversation. A little 2-out rally here for Washington, though. The first 2 batters going down on 9 pitches, a strikeout and a fly out to left. Then a double for Brendan Kerr into left center field. Smedic reaches on an air. A wild pitch puts them in scoring position at second and third. And then a walk to Kobe Smith. Bases are juice. Zach Wick stands in. He reached on a walk. His last at-bat in the second. Stands in a bit of an open stance for the righty. Here comes the first pitch. That one high, popping into the glove of Milton, but drops right in front of him. Ball 1.
Lady keeps wiping that pitching hand off on the side or even the back of the pants. So I don't know if he's just not getting a good grip, if, with the warm temperatures, sweaty palms, not able to hang on to it.
The 1-0 to Wick. This one fouled off over the bleachers to our right, well out of play. Count even 1 ball, 1 strike. This is probably one of the first times definitely the first time this year that a pitcher has dealt with this kind of heat. Not very humid out, but still just different conditions than what you've been used to all season long to this point. Here comes the 1-1, again fouled off down that right field line. This one going what looked like over the building to our right, over near the Little League field. Count 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Quick hands there by Wick. That pitch was up and in and right on top of him as he fought it off.
Big pitch coming here for Lady. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. This one low and away. Ball 2 to Zach Wick.
Now you're starting to see that pitch count mount for Lady. 43 coming in and has gone to a full count now on 2 batters here in this inning.
Again, you don't want to go full with the bases loaded. Everybody will be moving on the pitch. Breaking ball in the other batter's box to Zach Wick. The count does run full, and that's now back-to-back batters from the 3rd time this inning that Lady has allowed a batter to get to a full count.
Now the tough news is the last full count was the base on balls to Smith. No place to put him here as Wick awaits.
Yeah, walk is an RBI. Here comes the payoff pitch on the 3-2. Foul ball hitting the net behind home plate. Let's do that 3-2 all over again.
Looking back in that second inning when Wick drew the walk, remember, Matt, he fouled off a couple of pitches there as well.
Yeah, 9 pitch at bat in the second and saw 5 in the first, so he has definitely seen some pitches today, that's for sure. Again, the 3-2. Lady comes set. Here's the pitch to Wick. Fouled off again. And pitch number 8 coming up. So at least 17 pitches Zach Wick has seen over the last 2 innings. And you're talking now in the mid-20s that he has seen in this game. Hard to believe he's struck out 7 times this year. But easy to believe he's drawn at 7 walks. Here comes that 3-2. Strike 3 called at the knees. A drop third strike. Just steps on home plate for Aiden Milton. And Cam Lady gets out of a 2-out rally for Washington. No runs come across. We'll go to the bottom of the 3rd. When we come back, it's Hedgesville 6, Washington 1.
All right, Matt, when it comes to flooring, you can't beat luxury vinyl. It's waterproof, easy to clean and maintain, extremely durable, and looks great.
Are you nuts? Hardwood flooring's the way to go. It's durable, easy to maintain, matches every decor, and increases the value of your home instantly.
All right, one thing we can agree on is Trips Floor Sanding and Berkeley Fashion Flooring. They'll take care of you with great selection, service, and pricing.
Whether it's hardwood or luxury vinyl, call Trips at 304-229-7009.
Or visit tripsfloorsanding.com. The Art McBee Insurance Agency is proud to be a sponsor of EPAC Basketball. We're an independent insurance agency representing many top insurance companies. We offer home, auto, business, life, and health policies. Call us at 304-263-6906 or stop in at 824 North Queen Street in Martinsburg for a no-obligation quotation. Offices in Martinsburg and Berkeley Springs.
Welcome back into Eagle Field. We go to the bottom of inning number 3. The home Hedgesville Eagles in a 5-run deficit right now, 6-1. That in part due to a 6-run first inning for the Washington Patriots. 9-1-2 due up for Hedgesville. It'll be Cam Lady leading it off. Then back to the top of the order, Thomas Budka and Kyle West, the 3 due up.
Matt, 6 runs on the board right now for Washington. Is, as I look back at it, the 3rd highest run total Hedgesville has allowed so far this year. 10 runs, the most they've given up in that 10-0 loss at Jefferson. They gave up 7 over the weekend in a 9-7 win against Greenbrier East, and now you got 6 on the board for Washington.
Lady stands in for the first time today, takes ball 1. And, Matt, how about 4 errors so far for Hedgesville? Here comes the 1-0 Lady. This one ripped foul down the third base line, strike 1.
Key reason for those 6 runs when you look back through that first inning.
Lady able to work out of a error last inning that kept the inning going. Here comes the 1-1. This one a chopper to the shortstop. Smetic working over and bounces off of him. Not sure whether that was the glove or the foot, but it careens into left field. And reaching first is Cam Lady on the E6.
Yeah, I think that one did get to the heel of the glove as he was moving over, and that last hop, for whatever reason, he just didn't get the glove up enough.
And I just wasn't sure because that sure did ricochet into left field awful quick.
Yep.
Usually when it hits the leather on that glove, it tends to slow it down a bit.
May hit the wrist more than the leather even.
Back to the top of the order, and this one getting away from the catcher, Broughton, and moving to second with ease is the pitcher, Cam Lady. On the wild pitch. Now runner in scoring position. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 3rd for Hedgesville.
I was wondering if they would use the courtesy runner, but did not. So you do have Lady out at second in scoring position.
Budka, fly-out victim, his first at-bat. Takes ball 2 just off the plate.
We had just 27 pitches for Logan Link through the first couple of innings, 19 of those for strikes, so has been very efficient.
At 2-0 in a very similar spot, but this one apparently does catch the outer edge of the plate. Strike 1, count now 2-1 to the leadoff hitter, Budka. Link comes set. Here is that 2-1, that one low. Broughton tried to frame it, but that one low enough that you could see the jerk of the glove. Count 3-1, a hitter's count now to Budka.
I was going to say, you and I could both see that glove pop up a little bit.
Runner on second base is Lady. He gets a pretty big lead as nobody ducking him behind. Now the second baseman does. Here comes 3-1 to Budka. Well inside, ball 4.
And Link losing a little control here in this inning. Not sure if he's just slightly off that rhythm. Remember, he's been working pretty quickly, but that error sometimes can throw a pitcher off. First 2 reaching for Hedgesville.
And, man, this is one of the guys in this lineup you want up right now. Kyle West with 2 on. He's got 10 RBI on the season, a .391 hitter coming in, and has hit 2 home runs. We saw one of them against Musselman. On Thursday, did it clip him? No, it didn't. He got out of the way, but the ball careening back to the backstop. Both runners will advance. Lady now on third base, and Budka now at second. 2 runners on the pond for Kyle West.
Second wild pitch we've seen in this half inning.
And I'm not sure how he got away from. I mean, that was about as acrobatic as you can be in the batter's box. I don't know how it didn't hit him, and that's somebody that wants to hit the baseball right there. To do that much to get out of the way, you know he wants another cut.
Well, and he's got a chance now with 2 in scoring position. Let's see what Kyle West can do. Remember last time we were here on that chilly night of April the 22nd, West hit a big 2-run home run as he went 1 for 2 and was also walked a couple of times in that one. Look at his walk totals, right? 7 base on balls compared to 9 hits, as a lot of teams have been pitching very carefully around him.
And the home run we saw, you mentioned it, a cold night, and he hit that one to the deepest part of the ballpark. Ball flying a little bit better here tonight in warm conditions. The lefty steps back in after a mound visit. Link toes that pitching rubber. Now comes set with the pitch he wants. 2 runners on in scoring position. West rips one down the right field line. If it's fair, it is gone. Just foul. That one curling to the right and only a few feet away from being a very long home run down the right field line. Strike one, a long strike one.
Yeah, Jeff King, our plate umpire, right there at home plate, looking directly down that right field line. We have a pretty good vantage point from where we are to see that as well, and it did clearly hook foul.
And if you're Link, you're now going, all right, don't leave that one. There's another one ripped about as hard as it could be foul down the right field line. This one a little bit before that foul pole in right field. Now the count to West, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Way out in front.
Yeah.
Do you try to take a little more off and maybe get him to swing and miss?
Put it on the outside part of the plate for sure. As a hardy cut as the front foot came out, a high fly ball to the left side of the infield. Smedick underneath of it and makes the catch for out number 1.
Nice play. The shortstop taking charge. Third baseman, really. Wick never even thought about going after it. The pitcher, Link, was not too far away, but Smedick immediately began to call for it to make that catch.
Yeah, and as West pulled both of those previous 2 pitches foul, you could see that front foot come out a little bit, so off the end of the bat. Now a sharp hit ball to second base, diving on the 1 bounce and going home on the throw, but in with the slide is Cam Lady. He is in safe. Luke Kisner going to get an RBI. It should be an infield single, right, or a fielder's choice?
Not sure in that situation. More than likely going to be a fielder's choice, as the second baseman, Kerr, came in and made a diving attempt. C.L. Baker, the base umpire, immediately gave the indication that ball hit the ground. He was not able to catch the line drive, and I'm not sure why he elected to throw to the plate as opposed to maybe trying to get the out at first, but it did not work.
Yeah, at this point, you would imagine trade a run for an out. 6-2 is the score. Hedgesville does get a run. Coming in to score was Cam Lady. Riley Bubb now steps in. Takes ball 1 inside. Yeah, very unique situation there.
Yeah, if you're going to give up that run, which was more than likely in that situation, you get the out.
Bubb fouls one down the third baseline for strike 1. Kisner now at first base after what I believe we're going to call a fielder's choice RBI.
Yeah.
Still standing at second, didn't move on the play, Budka. So 2 runners on, 1 in scoring position for Riley Bubb. 1 down here in the bottom of inning number 3. Here comes the 1-1 breaking ball in for strike 2.
Yeah, again, good movement, late movement on that pitch from Link, and caught the inside corner.
Yeah, not much Bubb can do with that pitch. The late movement right on the hands. Here comes that 1-2. This one sent to the shortstop. Smedick up with it, fires to second base. Does get the middle runner, if you will. Moving to third is Thomas Budka on the fielder's choice. That's going to get Kisner at second base.
There you go, the out recorded 6-4. Nice job by Smedick, who had trouble with one earlier in this half inning. Made sure that he caught it, made a good throw to Kerr covering at second. You want to make sure you get an out in that situation, and they did.
Runners on the corners as Caden DeLauder steps in. 2 down. 6-2 ball game. Here's the first pitch, a swing, a foul ball held onto, check down to second. Is sliding in on the steal is Riley Bubb. He is in safely. The second baseman, Kerr, stepping in front to cut off that throw to make sure the runner at third, Budka, doesn't come in to score. Now 2 runners in scoring position for DeLauder. DeLauder has 6 driven in on the season. They fly out a victim to left field his first time up. Count 0-1 on the swing. Here comes that 0-1 pitch. A check swing, fouls one down the right field line and well out of play. Strike 2.
Pretty good contact there, considering it was a check swing, as that one went down the right field line and over the batting cages into, and I think even beyond the bullpen.
0-2 count. Link quickly into the pitch, and that one misses high, ball 1.
A key situation in this game. If Link can get this out, it can go a long way towards keeping the momentum on Washington's side. DeLauder with a hit could bring it to Hedgesville's side.
That 1-2 well inside. Bailing out of the way is DeLauder, as you could hear a couple of chirps down that first base line. Wear it.
Wear it.
Get the bases loaded.
Easier said than done sometimes.
Yes. Here comes the 2-2, a swing and a miss, and DeLauder goes down on strikes. One runner does come around to score. What's Cam Lady? Hedgesville gets one back as we go to the top of the 4th inning. After this break, it is Washington 6, Hedgesville 2.
Heffley Motor Company, serving the Eastern Panhandle for over 17 years. Known for our wide variety of vehicles at great prices, we are the area's only pre-owned Carfax Advantage dealer.
Save yourself time and money. Come see us. You'll be glad you did.
And don't forget our popular detailing service to keep your car looking brand new. We're proud to be your partner serving the community. You're local, we're local, why not buy local? Heffley Motor Company, a nice place to do business.
Since 1877, Farmers & Mechanics Insurance Companies have proudly supported our local community. Farmers & Mechanics has the insurance products to meet your needs, including home, auto, farm, dwelling fire, business owners, and umbrella coverage. Please contact your local independent agency for a review of your insurance needs and ask for a policy from the company that knows you best. Farmers & Mechanics Insurance Companies, just off Edwin Miller Boulevard on Administrative Drive in Martinsburg. FMIWV.com.
6-2, Washington leads Hedgesville as we go to the top of the 4th inning. As I'm looking on the mound, have we had a pitching change? It is a number 8 now on the mound for Hedgesville, which means the night is done for Cam Lady after 3 full innings on the mound.
That'll be A.J. Fodor who will take over on the mound. That's F-O-D-O-R. Fodor, A.J. Fodor.
So 3 innings for Cam Lady, gave up 5 hits, 6 runs, struck out 1 and walked 2. As we can close the book on him.
Actually struck out 2, walked 2, as he K'd 2 guys in that 3rd inning. Remember, got the key strikeout of Wick to close it out after getting a strikeout of Williams to get that inning started.
Top of inning number 4, Cameron Moore leading it off for Washington. First pitch for Fodor, low and inside, ball 1. Fodor on the season, inning and 2/3 on the mound, a 0 ERA. Here comes the 1-0. This one hard at the second baseman. Blau, he takes 1 step to his right and makes the play. 1 down.
That's a tough one for Moore, as he really hit it hard, but right at Colby Blau, who barely had to move to be able to pull that one in.
Fodor 1 hit, 2 runs given up, but neither of them earned 3 strikeouts to 1 walk. Here comes the next batter up, and that's Reeves, who lifts one into shallow center field, and it's Blau making the play in shallow center field. An acrobatic catch for the second baseman.
Kind of a sinking, looping type of liner. I thought when it came off the bat, that one was going to get in for a hit. Blau moving back and to his right, kind of leaping and spinning at the same time, fully extended to pull that one in. That was a nice play. He's had some tough luck out there. He's made 2 nice plays here in this inning.
2 down on just 3 pitches, as a ground ball now on the first pitch is sent to Blau. Fires over to first, and a low grab made by Luke Kisner, and I don't think he could be more efficient than A.J. Fodor was in that inning. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th when we come back. Hedgesville going to try to keep clawing back. They're down 6-2. We're back in 60 seconds.
Remember that last trip to the auto mechanic?
I also think your solenoid gasket is bad.
What?
Yep, that'll be another $500.
Forget that and go to D&N Auto Specialist at 230 Tavern Road, Martinsburg, where honesty is their best policy. Serving the Eastern Panhandle since 1974, D&N Auto is family-owned and operated, specializing in exhaust alignments and tires. From general maintenance to major overhauls, they'll treat you right. Call D&N Auto Specialist at 304-267-4078.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
Welcome back into Eagle Field. Bottom of inning number 4, 6-2 Washington leading Hedgesville. Due up is 6-7-8. It'll be Blau, Smith, and DeLauder. That's Lane DeLauder due up in this inning for Blau leading it off. He's trying to turn good defense into good offense. He was the man of the inning in the top of the 4th, recording all 3 outs for the Eagles.
Your storyline through 3.5. Washington 6 runs on 5 hits with an error, 5 left and 4 in scoring position. Hedgesville 2 runs on a hit with 4 errors. They've left 3, and all 3 have been in scoring position. 6 runs on 4 hits and 3 errors in that first inning for Washington. A run in the first and then a run in the third for Hedgesville. By the way, before we get action back underway here, what's going on with our Washington Nationals? They're now in the bottom of the 3rd in Toronto, and the Nationals lead the Blue Jays 3-0.
Infield goes back to their positions after a quick visit to the mound as the warm-up pitch is over for Logan Link, who comes back out for his 4th inning of work. A strikeout victim was Blau in the 2nd. Steps in, takes a breaking ball in for strike 1.
And again, nice movement on that pitch.
Again, and some speed on that pitch to go along with the movement. Here comes that exact same pitch, and this time Blau sends it into left field for a single.
It looked like he took just a little bit off of that one. I mean, the location was about the same, but I think in taking a little off, he speeded up the bat of Colby Blau, who drills it. Solid base hit into left center.
Speeded a word? Sped up?
I don't know.
Speeded up?
Speeded? Any English majors up here? No English majors, so speeded we can go with. We have a math teacher. Now, if we need some math issues, we can get that taken care of. But.
Strike 1 to the designated hitter, Tyler Smith. Now behind in the count 0-1. Flew out to center field. His first at-bat. Quick check over at Blau on first. Doesn't actually throw over, just a quick nod of the head, and now a ball driven the opposite way. And Smith a single into right field. Blau going to go first to third on the single, and Hedgesville 2 runners on, no outs in the bottom of the 4th.
There you go. Nice piece of hitting for Tyler Smith to take that one the other way. And heads up base running for Blau. Saw that play in front of him and knew he had that chance to go first to third. Never hesitated as he rounded second.
Coach Grove having a conversation with our home plate umpire, Jeff King. Looks like we're going to have a pinch runner at first base, a 17.
Pinch runner for the Eagles,
Colin Weaver will run for Tyler Smith. Lane DeLauder steps in. DeLauder a strikeout victim in the 2nd inning. A runner just 90 feet away from making it a 6-3 game. 2 runners on the corners. DeLauder steps in and bounces one foul into the fence of the third base dugout belonging to Washington. Strike 1.
You got to wonder if Weaver's going to end up in motion at some point in time in this at-bat, depending on how quickly Link gets ahead of DeLauder.
Here comes the 0-1. That one just catches the outer edge of the plate. Strike 2, and that may have been a pretty good frame by Broughton. Again, just that late twist to the glove. Didn't have to be as drastic as the last time we mentioned it. 0-2 to DeLauder. Here comes the 0-2. This one bouncing in the middle of the infield. Smack up with it and steps on second. Fires over to first, and safe at first is DeLauder. Smetic, a good job of getting the middle runner. A run will score, and awfully close play at first base. I thought they had the double play off the bat, and when we saw that play at first, Matt.
Yeah, I'm with you. I really thought on that bang play at first that the ball had beaten the runner there. I expected that to be the double play ground ball. Instead, it is the RBI fielder's choice, and Hedgesville gets what they needed, another run.
Now in is A.J. Fodor. Check back over to first on the dive. Back in safe at first is DeLauder.
So a run in, one down, runner at first, 1-0 the count to Fodor.
Swing and a miss to Fodor. Count even, 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 down.
Take a look at some of those numbers for Fodor at the plate. 0 for 4 so far on this season.
Link comes set inside, and did it get him? It did not get Fodor. Gets by the catcher, moving up to second with ease is Lane DeLauder, so he is now in scoring position with 1 down.
Link has had an issue with the wild pitches so far in this one. I mean, you go to the first run that scored, there was a stolen base to get into scoring position. The run in the third, a couple of wild pitches, and now you get somebody into scoring position on another wild pitch.
A swing and a miss on the 2-1, count even. Now 2-2 to the number 9 batter, current pitcher.
Fodor, no walks, 2 strikeouts to go along with those 4 at-bats.
2-2, a check swing, but I think a called strike 3 at the plate anyway, and Fodor goes down on strikes for the second out of the inning.
5 Ks now for Logan Link. Nice job working that outside part of the plate.
Back to the top of the order, it's Thomas Butka. Butka drew a walk his last time up. That was last inning, bottom of inning number 3. A couple of looks back to second. Pitch inside, ball 1.
And just missing off that inside corner.
And DeLauder is at second base, the 1-0. In for strike 1. Butka, 320 batter in the leadoff spot coming into today's game. 3 RBI, 4 standing at second base. This one in on the hands, a ground ball to the third baseman, Wick. He's up with it, fires across the diamond, and beats Butka by a step. 1 run does come around to score in the bottom of the 4th for Hedgesville. They are back within 3 at 6-3. Top of inning number 5 when we come back. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Ollie's VIP Northside is the best local spot to catch all of your favorite high school, college, and pro sports, or to hang out with friends. Ollie's has a great beer and cocktail menu, along with a food menu that will blow you away. Ollie's offers multiple TVs to watch the game of your choice from anywhere at the bar, or their outdoor patio with cornhole and fire pit. So stop by and see for yourself today at 36 Veronica Drive in Martinsburg. That's Ollie's VIP Northside. We'll see you for the game.
All right, Matt, when it comes to flooring, you can't beat luxury vinyl. It's waterproof, easy to clean and maintain, extremely durable, and looks great.
Are you nuts? Hardwood flooring's the way to go. It's durable, easy to maintain, matches every decor, and increases the value of your home instantly.
All right, one thing we can agree on is Tripp's Floor Sanding and Berkeley Fashion Flooring. They'll take care of you with great selection, service, and pricing.
Whether it's hardwood or luxury vinyl, call Trips at 304-229-7009.
Or visit trippsfloorsanding.com.
5. A.J. Fodor back out for his second inning in relief. There's Cam Lady, who started the game. He went 3 innings, giving up 6 runs on 5 hits. And Fodor doing it pretty darn efficiently in the top of inning number 4. Just 4 pitches and zeros across the board. You have an update from D.C., Matt.
Yeah, boy, how quickly things change. Well, nothing's going on in D.C. that I'm aware of. Oh, yeah, it's the Caps in the Isles tonight. But I'll have to check in on that one in a moment. Yeah, Toronto put 4 on the board in the bottom of the 3rd and erased a 3-0 deficit and now lead our Nationals 4-3.
Jimmy Williams steps in. 6-7-8 due up for the Washington Patriots. First pitch swinging, just fouled down the third base line. And that's about as close as you can get to ripping one fair into the corner.
Trey Turner had a home run in the first for the Nats, added another home run in the 3rd. Yadiel Hernandez homered for the Nationals also in that third inning. And then in the bottom of the third, Vlad Guerrero Jr. with a grand slam.
Williams steps back in. 0-1 count. That one a fastball that nicked off the glove of Milton and hit the backstop. Well outside, ball one. Williams reached on an error and a strikeout victim in the third. 319 hitter coming in, looking for hit number 12 on the season. Here comes the 1-1. That one catches the outside of the plate. Strike two. Count now 1-2 to Williams.
Caps and Isles, 16:31 left in the second period. 1-0 Capitals.
Breaking ball as Williams sends it down the right field line, but well foul. Bouncing over towards the entrance here at Eagle Field. Count remains 1-2. Infield playing back. Even Bub at third base playing a little further back than he usually does. And the 1-2 misses everything, including the catchers. That one well outside. Easy one for Williams to take. Count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And Fodor, after letting go of that one, immediately slammed the fist of his pitching hand down into his glove as he clearly didn't get that one where he wanted it.
Here comes the 2-2 from Fodor, and that one outside, ball 3.
Tell you got to give this Washington team some credit for the number of pitches that they have taken and how they have made these Hedgesville pitchers work.
And Fodor on this pitch will have thrown 3 more pitches than he threw the entire 4th inning. Pitch number 7 coming up. Here comes the 3-2. That one low in the dirt. Ball 4.
Third walk that Williams has picked up this season. Matt, you go back to the starter and Cam Lady, 72 pitches to get through 3 innings. And as you mentioned, Fodor needed only 4 to get out of that 4th inning, but 7 pitches already to the first at-bat here in the 5th.
Brings up Tommy Wogan, the 7-man in the batting order, playing right field today. A RBI single in the first, a pop-out victim in the third. And he takes the first pitch high for ball 1. Popped Aiden Milton up out of his stance. Runner Williams at first stays right where he is.
Washington would like to get a little more offense going. I mean, all 6 runs in that first inning, and Hedgesville's chipped their way back into it.
Did it get Tommy Wogan? He sure didn't act like it, but that one going off the glove of Milton, and the home plate umpire Jeff King saying, yep, that certainly did nick Wogan on the way in. So he will take first base. That will advance Jimmy Williams to second base and bring up Brendan Kerr with a runner in scoring position and 2 runners on base.
All Kerr's done today is double twice. Brought in 2 runs back in that first inning. It was a 2-out double in that third inning, and ultimately he went to third on a wild pitch before being stranded. So a golden opportunity for the number 8 hitter in the order.
Fodor comes set. First pitch to Kerr, low and away. Ball 1. And that has been pretty consistent this inning. The misses have been low and away. Fodor comes set. Corners in for Hedgesville. Here comes that 1-0. This one a chopper to the shortstop. West moving to his right. He'll go to third with it. Bub right there to get the lead runner, and the fielder's choice going to go 6-5, 1 down.
Yeah, pretty routine play right there. Nice play by West. He had everything in front of him, made the catch, got it to Bub. You knew you probably weren't turning 2. Good decision by Bub as he looked at the other 2 runners. Take that out and live to face the next batter.
Coach Eric Grove making his way to the mound, and that will be all she wrote for Fodor is coming in now.
It's going to be Kyle West.
Yeah, I was going to say a 12 came out of the dugout, but he will go to shortstop, and West going to come in from that shortstop position in relief. While West gets in his warm-up pitches, let's send it back to the studio, take a 1-minute timeout. The rest of the top of the 5th, 1 down when we come back. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Hefley Motor Company, serving the Eastern Panhandle for over 17 years. Known for our wide variety of vehicles at great prices, we are the area's only pre-owned Carfax Advantage dealer.
Save yourself time and money. Come see us. You'll be glad you did.
And don't forget our popular detailing service to keep your car looking brand new. We're proud to be your partner serving the community. You're local. We're local. Why not buy local? Hefley Motor Company, a nice place to do business.
Looking to buy a home in the Eastern Panhandle? Having trouble getting your house sold? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. A Martinsburg High School graduate, Chris knows the local market, and he's proven it as the #1 real estate team in West Virginia in 2019. Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. Phone 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. Let's celebrate your real estate milestone together.
Bradley Smedick.
Bradley Smedick steps in as Kyle West is done his warm-up pitches. We'll get into West's numbers as we get into the inning, as Smedick fouls one off out of play over the batting cages down the right field line. Strike one. We do know West has been pretty darn efficient. 13 innings, a 0 ERA, 7 hits, 1 run, and just 1 earned, so a 5.38 or a .538 ERA, I should say.
Yeah,
the 0-1 fouled off.
He is solid on the hill, no doubt about it. Tough guy to face.
Here comes the 0-2. This one just above the letters, also maybe a bit outside to Smedick. Count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Yeah, that 1 run coming against Musselman we saw last week. Here comes the 1-2, fouled off. Good at-bat by Smedick. Fouling off a few pitches. He is 0 for 1 today. Had a sacrifice fly RBI in the first.
A way to stay back on that breaking pitch. Fight it off. Live to see another.
Wogan is at second base as the 1-2 pitch just above the letters, much to the dismay of the fans to our right who are cheering for the Eagles tonight. Count 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Kerr stands at first base. Here comes the 2-2, a swing and a foul ball right at the plate, and Smedick stays alive.
Yeah, good at bat. 5 pitches already out of Kyle West. And you know that for Coach Grove, the goal here, look, you're back to within 3 runs. You got a chance in this ball game. West is in here to shut the door, see if they can get that offense going in the bottom of the inning.
2-2 high and outside, count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. A walk would load the bases and bring up Kobe Smith in the top of the order for Washington, just 1 down here at the top of inning number 5. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. This one's sent down the right field line, going to get out of play, foul. Let's do that 3-2 again.
That for A.J. Fodor, an inning and a third. So far as not giving up a run, but the runners on base at first and second, his responsibility. No hits, no strikeouts, 1 walk, 1 hit batter.
Smedick lifts one into right field. DeLauder over, makes the catch. The runner Wogan tagging up at second base, and he will stay where he is as the fly ball to right field, bringing DeLauder in, do shallow right field, and you don't want to make that third out at third base.
Yeah, no chance to try to move up on that one. You give a little bit of a bluff move, see if you can draw a throw. Maybe he throws it away or something like that, but otherwise you're in scoring position at second.
2 down, as that was a 9-pitch at-bat for Smedick, back to the top of the order as Kobe Smith fouls one off with the netting just above us.
Washington's had some really good cuts in this one again. They have been aggressive at the plate. If it's anywhere near that strike zone, they like it. They're swinging.
And some quality at-bats. We'll get into that after this as Smith sends one to the shortstop. That's Connor up with it. Fires across the diamond. It's got to be a pick, but beating it out is Kobe Smith. It was a good dig at first base by Kisner. But even better speed as Smith gets up the line, and the base is loaded, 2 down.
Yeah, that is an infield base hit all the way as that ball was hit deep enough in the hole. It was going to be a tough play, especially with the speed out of that left-hand batter's box for Smith.
Runners now first, second, and third. A ball in the dirt, a good block by Aiden Milton as Zach Wick takes that one for ball 1.
Yeah, again, though, not a lot of foul territory in behind the plate. If you're going to try to score from third, you better get a good jump.
Wogan at third, Kerr at second. At first is Kobe Smith. Here comes the 1-0, fouled off as Wick now evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Wick has seen his fair share of pitches today. In the third inning, an 8-pitch at-bat. In the second inning, a 9-pitch at-bat. In the first, he saw 5 pitches. So in the mid-20s in the pitch count, just to Zach Wick today, the number 2 batter. Here comes the 1-1, check swing at the plate. Did not go. The check to our field umpire, C.L. Baker. Count 2-1.
Well, you got to ask for that if you're Aiden Milton, and you don't get the call there, so it's ball 2.
Here comes that 2-1 to Wick, and a late decision to take a cut at that one, well behind an all arms. Count even 2 balls, 2 strikes on what was a fastball with some zip on it from Kyle West. West to pitch away from getting out of the inning. Here comes the 2-2. That one low and maybe a bit off the plate from our vantage point. Hard to tell how far off the plate, but definitely a little below the knees. Count full, 3 balls, 2 strikes, and nowhere to put Zach Wick as the bases are loaded. A ball's an RBI that scores run number 7 for Washington. Here comes the 3-2. The runner's on the move to Wick. This one fouled. Just into the opening of the dugout down the third baseline. Moore, the on-deck batter, gets that foul ball as it went back into fair territory. And let's do that 3-2 once again.
And again, it's a 3-2 with 2 outs, so those runners can get a big lead and actually be off with a pitch to the plate.
Here comes that 3-2. The runner's on the move, and another foul ball to Zach Wick. Man, it really is hard to believe he's got 7 strikeouts this year. Looking at the amount of pitches he's seen and the foul balls that we've seen.
Well, how many of those maybe came earlier in the year? He's starting to get his eye at the plate. He's starting to get his feet under him, so to speak. That was a heck of a job right there to foul that pitch away.
Yeah. Pitch number 8. Here comes the 3-2. Strike 3 called at the knees. Kyle West comes in, gets 2 outs in relief, and that is just what the doctor ordered for Hedgesville. We'll see if they can put some runs on the board in the bottom of inning number 5 when we come back. It is still Washington 6, Hedgesville 3. We're back after this.
Orsini's, not just an appliance store anymore. They're your one-stop resource for all home needs, whether it's custom kitchen design, countertops, or cabinets, or check out their new sleep studio with Tempur-Pedic, Sealy, and Stearns & Foster. For all of your outdoor living needs, Orsini's has Gladiator Garage Works, Traeger grills, barbecue accessories, barbecue rubs and sauces, and every flavor wood pellets. Visit their brand new 8,200 square foot showroom at 360 Hack Wilson Way, 304-267-7251, Orsinis.com.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent in Martinsburg is Smallwood & Small Insurance. Get a quote at smallwoodandsmall.com.
Erie Insurance.
Welcome back into Eagle Field, bottom of inning number 5. Washington leading Hedgesville 6-3 with 6 in the top of the first inning for Washington. And since then, they have not plated a run, and they've had their opportunities, but the Hedgesville pitching staff working out of some jams, including a bases-loaded jam in the top of inning number 5. Kyle West coming in relief and getting the job done. It is West who will lead it off here in the bottom of inning number 5. Backs out of the way of ball 1.
Slid the hand up the bat as though he may be willing to push a bunt. Let's see if that moves Wick around a little bit defensively at third.
Right side of the infield shifting to Kyle West. He drives one deep to center field. Will it clear the wall? It will! It's a solo shot to lead off the bottom of the 5th for Kyle West. His 3rd home run of the year and 11th run driven in as he will meet the mob at home plate. And Hedgesville back within 2, 6-4.
Yeah, no doubt about how hard he hit that one.
Just a matter of whether it clears the batter's eye wall in center field.
Yeah, the center field fence here is not extremely deep because of a hillside, and so they have the much taller fence, the green monster, if you will, out in center field. I thought that one might clip the top of it. It was such a line drive shot, but he clears it for the home run. And don't look now, but I mentioned in that last half inning, the reason you bring Kyle West in is you want to shut down Washington because you have crawled right back into this game.
Yep. A run in the bottom of the 1st, a run in the bottom of the 3rd and 4th, and now a run in the bottom of the 5th. A swing and a miss as Kisner behind the count 0-1.
Yeah, Hedgesville has yet to be able to put a crooked number up on that scoreboard in a half an inning.
Here comes that 0-1. That does catch the outside of the plate. Strike 2. Kisner now behind on the count early.
Going to have to do it at some point.
Yeah.
Although you get 1 in the 6th, 1 in the 7th. Next thing you know, we're going extras.
3 baseballs. The 0-2 misses low. Count 1 ball, 2 strikes. The number 3 batter in the order, Luke Kisner. He has reached on a hit-by pitch and a fielder's choice in this one as he takes strike 3 on a beautiful breaking ball from Logan Link. 1 down.
Yeah, very nice pitch, and 6 Ks in this ball game for Link. I mean, you don't almost realize that he's given up 4 runs or that 4 runs have scored the way that this game has continued to play out. Again, Hedgesville has just done their thing. Get a run here and there, work their way back into it.
Riley Bubb steps in again there with the breaking ball from Logan Link, takes strike 1. As that one broke right down the heart of the plate. A RBI single for Bubb and reached on a fielder's choice. That's what his stat line is today as he takes the 0-1 outside, ball 1.
I've got a Link upwards of 70 pitches, a couple of more than 70 now so far in this one.
Here comes the 1-1, a hearty cut fouled off the mask of Ty Broughton. Count now 1-2 to Riley Bubb as our home plate umpire Jeff King gonna make sure that Broughton has got his wits about him. He seems all right.
Second time we've seen that in this one.
Yep. 1-2 pitch, 1 down. Here comes the 1-2 to Bubb. Well outside. Ball 2.
We talked about Link's 6 strikeouts after that. K of Kisner has walked just 1 and hit 1.
Here comes the 2-2, a fastball right down the middle. I'm not sure what Bubb was waiting for on that pitch, but they don't get much prettier than that as he quickly tosses the bat to Caden DeLauder, and I think he's frustrated with himself after that. Second strikeout of the inning for Logan Link. Both have been looking.
He had a pair of strikeouts back in that second inning. Otherwise has had at least 1 in each Hedgesville at bat.
Caden DeLauder steps in. Check swing. A minor check swing at the plate. It's called strike 1.
Yeah, good pitch. Again, great movement.
Never really brought the head of that bat around, just kind of threw the knob at it a bit. Here comes that 0-1. That one a true check swing, and he is able to hold up ball 1. Caden steps in 0 for 2 on the day, a strikeout victim in the third, and flew out to left field in the first as he takes the 1-1 pitch low and away. Count 2 balls, 1 strike. A little bit of an open stance for the righty and well off the plate in that batter's box. 2-1 outside, ball 3.
You could see Link in that follow-through kind of falling off that first base side of the mound. Not sure, just overthrowing that one a little bit. Missing down and away.
Here comes that 3-1 pitch, and that one in for strike 2. Count now full. 6-4, bottom of inning number 5. Hedgesville has slowly clawed their way back into this ball game after being down 6-0 following the first at-bat. And Caden DeLauder going to go down on strikes after a leadoff home run for Kyle West. It was Logan Link who dominated the rest of the inning, striking out the side. The score remains 6-4 as we go to the top of the 6th inning. When we come back, Washington leading Hedgesville.
This is Matt Miller, along with my wife, Dale.
As homeowners, we've been through the mortgage process several times, and each time we went to Mark and Cheryl Savitt at the Mortgage Center.
They treat you like family with personal one-on-one service, walking with you through the process from application to settlement.
Plus, low interest rates and closing costs.
The Mortgage Center is on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Phone 304-267-9040.
Or online at mortgagefinancing.com. NMLS number 237527, Equal Housing Lender.
At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is Prevent, Promote, Protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg.
Of inning number 6, Washington leading Hedgesville. 6 runs in the top of the first for Washington. It's been a run in the first and bottom of the first, third, fourth, and fifth for Hedgesville. Back in with the play-by-play. Here's Matt Miller.
Cameron Moore, the batter facing Kyle West for the first time in this one, takes a called strike 1. West came in and faced 3 batters to close out that 5th inning, but Matt needed 19 pitches to do it. Here's a swing and a fly ball in the gap in left center. Ranging over, making the diving grab is Thomas Budka. That ball kind of tailing away from him as he was going to his right. He had a beat on it and made the great diving catch.
And again, I don't think you make that play if the weather is not the way it is tonight. The weather's cold. We're now getting closer to 8:30, actually 8:31 right now. If you're cold and stiff out there in center field, you do not make that play. So that is not only a great play made by Budka, but I think the play that's made just because of how nice it is outside, and he is loose in center field.
Colin Reed now the batter. Base is empty, one away. First pitch he sees is a called first strike. Next delivery, a bouncer foul right at the plate. That one hitting down on the plate, coming up and hitting him still in that right-hand batter's box. West retired the first batter that he faced when he came in the fifth, gave up an infield single, then got the strikeout to close out the inning with the bases loaded. Misses with the 0-2 pitch to Reed. Now a ball and 2 strikes. Reed had an RBI single in the first. He's 1 for 3. Tries to check a swing at this one. Could not do it. That pitch down low and away. It is a swinging strikeout for the second K for Kyle West, and now 2 away in the inning.
And I'm impressed with West so far. This is his first relief appearance this year. He's done everything else in his previous 2 outings starting as the starting pitcher, and pretty dominant coming in from the shortstop position right now.
Ty Broughton, the batter. Catcher number 5 hitter in the order, takes low for ball 1. He has reached on an error and scored a run. Officially 0 for 3 with a couple of ground outs, 1 to short and 1 to second. 1-0 pitch. Taken on the outside corner for a strike. Now at 1-1. Looking ahead to that 6th inning, it will be the 6, 7, and 8 hitters due for Hedgesville, clawing their way back into this one after trailing 6-0 after the first half inning. Swing and a miss at the 1-1. Count 1 and 2, and you can feel that momentum.
Absolutely.
Now that 1-2 strike pitch misses high, 2-2.
And West didn't do anything special. He's pretty much come out and brought the speed up a little bit and just going straight fastball, and Washington has not been able to catch up yet.
He's matching Logan Link in that kind of quickness factor, right? Get the ball, pitch. Here's a swing and a fly ball down the right field line, drifting over into foul territory. Caden DeLauder and the right fielder with that grab to retire the side. Washington goes in order in the top half of inning number 6. Hedgesville to the plate with your score. Washington 6, Hedgesville 4.
Craving lunch or dinner? The Cider Press restaurant inside Taylor's Farm Market has what you're craving. Awarded one of the 101 most unique places to eat in West Virginia, the Cider will fill you up with their delicious fresh orchard panini, mouth-watering smoker burger, farmer's daughter Cobb salad, and more. The Cider Press also serves a wide selection of craft beer and hard ciders. The Cider Press, serving lunch and dinner daily and where the food is fresh. You'll feel right at home. Now offering online ordering at Cider Press Deli and Grill.
Carpal tunnel syndrome affects 13 million Americans, and left untreated can cause long-term debilitation. WVU Medicine Jefferson Medical Center recently became the first hospital in the region to offer carpal tunnel release with ultrasound guidance using the new Sonex Health SX1 microknife. CTR surgery is an outpatient procedure, and most patients return to normal activities within 3 to 6 days. For more info, contact WVU Medicine board-certified orthopedic surgeon Brad Wright at 304-725-2663.
Heading to the bottom half of inning number 6. Hedgesville trailing 6-4. Washington put all 6 of their runs on the board in that first inning thanks to 4 hits and 3 Hedgesville errors. Hedgesville committing an error as well in the third inning. Looked like that might lead to runs, but a couple of runners were stranded in scoring position at second and third, and they left the bases loaded in the fifth. Matt, right now I've got 8 runners left on base and 6 at either second or third for Washington. They've had a chance to push this lead out, haven't been able to do it, and now Hedgesville hoping to make them pay.
And credit the Hedgesville pitchers that have been in today, whether it was Boder, whether it was Kyle West, who came in a little bit of a jam and was able to get out of it. They've done a very good job at, while they've given up bases, they have not given up runs since that first inning.
Colby Blau out of that number 6 spot will stand in to face Logan Link for a third time in this one. He is 1 for 2. Takes a little bit high, ball 1. A strikeout victim in the second inning. Blau had a single into left, came home to score a run in that fourth inning. He was the leadoff man in that inning. Leading it off here, he takes a strike down the middle at the knees. It's 1-1.
And Link is a lot more effective when he can quickly get that ball back and hurl it in. When he's got to slow it down, when he's got to take a few laps around the mound, or if there's a hit or walk or something, you can tell he gets out of that rhythm and much more consistent when he can quickly just fire that ball back in.
After missing with the 1-1 for ball 2, he puts this one down the middle and the count evens up. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Blau. 2-2 pitch, a swing and a miss. He got him, and that is 4 straight batters that Colin Link has gotten via the strikeout. He's up to 9 on the game. He's getting better as he goes.
I was going to say, getting more comfortable as he goes along.
86 pitches what we would have now after the 5 to get the strikeout of Blau, and it brings to the plate Tyler Smith. Out of that number 7 spot, today's designated hitter, he's 1 for 2. Had a fly out to center. Last time up, a single into right center. Takes a breaking pitch, snapping in across that inside corner for a strike.
That thing must have broke about 13 inches from where it started to where it finished.
Here's a swing and a fly ball again into that right center field gap. Ranging over as the center fielder running that one down. Kobe Smith got a good jump on it and really made it look easy, sprinting to his left.
Yeah, an awful lot of speed in the outfield. I mentioned it earlier for Washington, and you really got to hit it on a line drive to a gap somewhere if you're not gonna get the looping single to right field as left, center, and right for Washington. A whole lot of speed.
It brings up Lane DeLauder out of that number 8 spot in the order. Takes high and inside for ball 1. Matt, you look at Hedgesville's at-bats. They scored in the first, in the third, in the fourth, and in the fifth. Here's a swing and a fly ball, pretty well hit into center, but it looks like Smith has this one, and he does. And just like that, the side is retired, and here's my point. The only other time that Hedgesville did not score, they went in order with a 6, 7, and 8 hitters. Exactly what we see here in this half inning. We'll go to that 7th and final inning of regulation with Washington looking to add some insurance runs as they come up in the top of the 7th with the lead, 6-4.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Heffley Motor Company, serving the Eastern Panhandle for over 17 years. Known for our wide variety of vehicles at great prices, we are the area's only pre-owned Carfax Advantage dealer.
Save yourself time and money. Come see us. You'll be glad you did.
And don't forget our popular detailing service to keep your car looking brand new. We're proud to be your partner serving the community. You're local, we're local, why not buy local? Heffley Motor Company, a nice place to do business.
Well, let's get this top half of the 7th inning underway. Jimmy Williams, first pitch swinging, bounces it slowly along the third baseline. Riley Bubb in on it, and the Hedgesville third baseman with a strong throw to first. 1 pitch, 1 out, recorded 5-3.
Yeah, good play made by Bubb. Usually the hot corner is third base. That one, the slow chopper corner, did a good job fielding that baseball, setting his feet, making the throw. 1 down.
Williams now 0 for 3 in this one, but did reach on an error. Also reached on a walk, has come around to score a run. Brings up Tommy Wogan. First pitch to him, missing for ball 1. Wogan out of the number 7 spot in the order. Had an RBI single and a run scored in that first swing. Sends this one pretty high and deep into left center field. That one's trouble. Long run for DeLauder. He won't get there. It will bounce to the warning track where DeLauder, the left fielder, cuts it off, quickly getting it back in, and that will hold Wogan to the 1-out double.
Well, left and center playing very shallow right there with Tommy Wogan, and I would imagine that you look at the 7-hitter, and most aren't going to be playing extremely deep. It seems like they were playing a little bit adjusted there to Wogan and a little more shallow, especially in those alleys.
Third double in this game for Washington, and the other 2 belong to the young man at the plate right now. That's Brendan Kerwin. He goes the other way with a line drive. It's going to take a hop in front of DeLauder in right field. He'll get it in very quickly as Wogan goes from second to third, and Brendan Kerr has his third hit of the game, a single to right.
And that's a heads-up play by DeLauder in right field. You don't want to try to make the diving catch right there, because if you don't make it, that is going to cost a run, as Wogan would easily come around to score. So keep it in front. Make sure you keep that runner from crossing home plate. You're in the bottom of the order. See if Smedic, you can get a ground ball out here, maybe a ground ball that will turn into a double play. But that's a smart play in right field by DeLauder.
No first baseman over at first, so they weren't holding the runner there with runners at the corners. But now Luke Kisner will be there. West stepped off and looked over towards first, but no one was there. There's that bluff, and then the throw over. Did they get him? No. Back in on the head-first dive goes Brendan Kerr.
Just barely must have gotten his hand on that first base bag.
Runners at the corners. Washington trying to add an insurance run right now with a 6-4 lead. Here's the pitch, and it is taken by Smedic for strike one. By the way, earlier, if you were wondering, as we had a hit into left and then a ball into right, and we said DeLauder and DeLauder. Remember, it's Lane DeLauder in left. Caden DeLauder is in right. Here's the pitch to the plate. Fastball misses high. 1 ball, 1 strike.
And, man, I think on that previous pitch there was a sign missed at first base, because it was a long secondary lead for Wogan, and you saw frustration down that third base line by Coach Newsbaum. I think that was supposed to be a planned play like it is right here.
Yep, there goes that runner. The throw down, it's cut off by the second baseman, but the throw back from Blau wide of home, and stealing home is Tommy Wogan, and Washington gets that insurance run they were looking for, now out in front 7-4. So it's the double steal as Kerr goes into second, and stealing home is Wogan.
Yeah, that was supposed to happen 2 pitches ago. A lot of frustration in that third base line, and I figured that would come up after a pitch or two. You don't want to do it on the next pitch, but I figured that was coming up before too long.
2-1 grounded past the second baseman out into shallow right field. Kerr with good speed rounding third. He's going to head to the plate. Here comes the throw. It'll be cut off. 2 runs have scored in this top of the 7th inning for Washington, as they have now pushed that lead out to 8-4. They've had some opportunities but have not been able to come up with that big hit until this inning, and they've now put together 3 of them.
First at bat, last at bat. That's where the runs come from tonight for Washington.
Back to the top of the order. Kobe Smith, left-hand batter. Takes the first pitch, a fastball high for ball 1. He had a chance to face DeLauder back in that 5th inning and reached on an infield single. He is 2 for 3 with a pair of singles, a walk, and a line out to center. A bouncing ball up the first base line into foul territory, and it's now 1 ball and 1 strike. After the first out, Wogan had the double. Kerr followed with the single. After the steal of home for Wogan, Smedic delivers the RBI single. You've got Smedic at first with 1 away, 2 runs in. Smith at the plate, and it's an 8-4 lead for Washington. Hedgesville will have the 9-1 and 2 hitters coming up. Here comes the pitch, runner on the move. He goes the other way and fouls it out of play. Count now a ball and 2 strikes to Kobe Smith.
Trying for the hit and run. If that one goes fair down the left field line, Lane DeLauder going to have to move awful quick to keep that runner at second base. I'm not sure what happened.
It's at least, the 3rd, maybe 4th time we've seen a runner in motion and the ball get fouled away. Here's a swing and a line drive softly towards the second baseman. Blau's got it, throws behind the runner at first, and they get the double play. Wow. Smedic just a little late in trying to get back, and that will be the line him out, throw him out, double play, L4-3, and that does get Hedgesville out of the inning. However, there are a couple of runs that come home to score as Washington pads the lead. Final at-bats in regulation for Hedgesville, with a 9-1 and 2 hitters coming up. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th inning with Washington leading 8-4.
Craving lunch or dinner? The Cider Press restaurant inside Taylor's Farm Market has what you're craving. Awarded one of the 101 most unique places to eat in West Virginia, the Cider will fill you up with their delicious fresh orchard panini, mouth-watering smoker burger, farmer's daughter Cobb salad, and more. The Cider Press also serves a wide selection of craft beer and hard ciders. The Cider Press, serving lunch and dinner daily and where the food is fresh. You'll feel right at home. Now offering online ordering at ciderpressdeliandgrill.com.
Here's to the grown-ups. Your car is now your office, stage, nursery. Sorry, Erie Insurance offers products that lots of other companies don't. That's a big deal, and it's a good deal too. And with Erie, you get your own independent agent, not a giant corporate call center or some online robot. You meet with a real person, like this.
Your local Erie agent in Martinsburg is Smallwood & Small Insurance. Get a quote at smallwoodandsmall.com.
Erie Insurance.
Well, as we go to the bottom of the seventh and final half inning of regulation here, they're in the top of the fifth inning in Toronto, and the Blue Jays now have a 6-3 lead over our Washington Nationals. Meanwhile, end of two, it's the Capitals 1-0 over the Isles in hockey. First pitch swinging. Here's a line drive into the gap in left center field. Kobe Smith, the center fielder, over to get to it as the batter at the plate starts it all off with a double.
Yeah, Braden Connor now at shortstop came in the switch with Kyle West, and first pitch he saw right down the heart of the plate, and boy did he turn on that one. A beautiful hit into the gap in left center.
So Braden Connor gets the job done as he drills that one for a double. Hedgesville not going to go quietly. In need of 4 runs to tie it and 5 for the walk-off win. Link to the plate with the first pitch to Thomas Budka all the way through to the backstop. It caroms up that first base line. And the count of ball and no strikes to Budka as Connor goes from second to third.
And this is the part of the order you want up. It's the 7th inning. You need 4 runs. And now you're at the top of the order with no outs. Number 9 hitter in the order able to get a double and now to third to lead off the inning.
Well, and again, if you're Link, can't worry about that runner at third. You got to go get these batters as he delivers a called strike now to Budka. He is 0 for 2, a fly out to right, then a walk and a ground out to third. Off-speed pitch, just off that inside corner. 2 balls and a strike.
Pitch has worked very well for him tonight.
Yeah. Link with the 2-1. Fastball low and away. 3 balls and a strike.
Nobody warming up down that left field line where the away bullpens are here at Eagle Field.
We had Link at 90 pitches coming into this half inning. Swing and a sharp ball on a bounce past the shortstop out into left field. That's an RBI base hit for Thomas Budka, his 4th run. Batted in on the season. It will score Braden Connor from third, and Hedgesville drawing a little closer, down 8-5.
Now you're saying Link can't worry about the runners on base at the moment. Still a 3-run lead. But you can be a little concerned about back-to-back hits to start the 7th inning, as I believe we are now going to have a pitching change. There's a glove going out to the mound.
Well, and someone carrying it. So that means somebody who is in the field right now is going to end up, I'm assuming,
now
pitching.
Jimmy Williams is coming into the game. Not sure if he's pitching or not. As it may just be, it's looking like it's a switch in the field, and Williams is coming in to play first, which means that it's going to be Colin Reed coming in relief.
Yeah, so there it is. Reed, who was at first, is going to take over on the mound. So as Colin Reed gets in his warm-up tosses, we'll send it back to the studio. Let's take a 1-minute timeout, and then we will return. We are in the bottom half of inning number 7, and your score is Washington 8, Hedgesville 5.
Here's to the grown-ups. Your car is now your office, stage, nursery. Sorry, Erie Insurance offers products that lots of other companies don't. That's a big deal, and it's a good deal too. And with Erie, you get your own independent agent, not a giant corporate call center or some online robot. You meet with a real person, like this.
Your local Erie agent in Martinsburg is Smallwood & Small Insurance. Get a quote at smallwoodandsmall.com.
Erie Insurance.
Heffley Motor Company, serving the Eastern Panhandle for over 17 years. Known for our wide variety of vehicles at great prices, we are the area's only pre-owned Carfax Advantage dealer.
Save yourself time and money. Come see us. You'll be glad you did.
And don't forget our popular detailing service to keep your car looking brand new. We're proud to be your partner serving the community. You're local, we're local, why not buy local? Heffley Motor Company, a nice place to do business.
2 hits came from that I marked down.
Here we go as we have our new pitcher on the hill. Let's see if Colin Reed can help to close things out on a much-needed victory for Washington. 3-6 coming into this one, trying to knock off the 7-1 Hedgesville Eagles. Kyle West, first batter he will face. Budka with his lead at first, and the pitch will not be made before West steps out as Reed taking way too much time. A pair of hits to open this 7th inning, so nobody out with a run in and a runner on base. West had a big home run his last time up, takes a fastball that misses outside, ball 1.
Colin Reed on the season, 13 2/3 on the mound. He started 2 games. This is his 5th overall appearance. 12 hits, 10 runs, 9 of those earned, 19 strikeouts, but 15 walks, his stat line.
Swinging at the 1-0 fastball, West pops it up, shallow left field, coming in hard on it and missing it is Cameron Moore. He'll pick it up and make the throw to the shortstop and then squat down, holding his glove and his opposite hand over top of his head as he just misjudged that one coming in on that very high fly ball.
And you could tell he misjudged it the entire way he was tracking that baseball. He was slowly moving in and then would pause for a moment. You could tell he never had a good read on that towering fly ball to left field.
Usually if it's not touched by an outfielder, it goes down as a base hit, so that will put 2 on and bring the tying run to the plate, and the first pitch down and in to Luke Kisner. Kisner's been hit by a pitch, delivered an RBI fielder's choice, and is struck out looking. With 2 on, the first baseman playing in front of the runner at first as Kisner fouls this one back just to the left of our position. 3 hits in this half inning for Hedgesville after they had just 4 hits through the first 6. Reed ready and the pitch. That one missing down and in, gets by the catcher and the runners will advance. West goes to second. Budka goes to third.
I think this is where you start getting nervous for Washington. You mentioned it wasn't early on in this inning with the leadoff batter Connor getting on, but I think if you're Washington, the way this momentum has changed in this game, although you got 2 runs in the top of the 7th, I think you got to be a little nervous now that the tying run at the plate and the winning run on deck.
Here's a swing and a bouncing ball towards the second baseman. It hops off the chest of Kerr out into shallow right field. Budka easily coming home to score, and so too does Kyle West. 3 runs have crossed here in this bottom half of the 7th inning, and it's a 1-run ball game. Washington's lead now at 8-7.
And Matt, errors have been one of the storylines in this game for both sides for why runs have crossed. Washington hasn't. That's only their 2nd error of the ball game, but Hedgesville, a couple of errors leading to the 6-run top of the 1st. So errors definitely a storyline in this game for why some of these runs have come across. Now the tying run at the plate for Hedgesville.
There is a toss over, looking to keep Kisner close at first. That'll go down as an E4, but I believe Kisner should still get an RBI in that situation because a run was scoring from third, even on that ground ball, if the out would have been made at first. But the error does allow a 2nd run to score. Another toss over. Kisner back in. Reed on the mound is ready. And now time being taken by the batter as Colin Reed taking too much time. That's Riley Bubb at the plate. He had an RBI single in the 1st. Reached on a fielder's choice in the 3rd. Struck out looking in the 5th.
And Bubb does have a home run this year, so he's got that power.
Here's the pitch and a swing and a high drive, well hit into left field. That's over the head of the left fielder and right at the base of the fence. Kisner being waved around third. He's going to try to score. Here comes the relay throw, and it is not in time as it glances off the glove of the catcher as he was up the line, and Kisner was sliding up between his legs, and Kisner is able to score, and Riley Bubb goes all the way around to third. We got ourselves a brand new ball game. It's 8-8.
It's a brand new ball game, and we're 90 feet away from this being a done ball game, and the entire Hedgesville bench thought that one left the ballpark. They were running out of the dugout expecting that to be a two-run walk-off home run, and that one just missing as you see the power there for Riley Bubb. And hard to imagine that we're tied at 8 here in the bottom of the 7th after the way this game started.
We are going to have at the plate, I don't have a 25, so let me go to my extra sheet. And swinging away at the first pitch, it's a ground ball back up the middle, backhanded by the second baseman Kerr, but off his glove he drops it. Racing home is Riley Bubb. He will score the game-winning run as 5 runs cross the plate in this bottom half of the 7th inning without an out recorded, and Hedgesville comes from behind to get the victory by the final score of 9-8.
Wow. What a comeback for Hedgesville, and what a heartbreaking loss for Washington, and we can't even give credit to the walk-off. Who had the walk-off single? Yeah, we don't have a 25 on the official lineup card.
Nichols. So Michael Nichols, we find out, is the young man with the game-winning hit. Yeah, I don't have a 25. He's not even on the lineup sheet that we were given. So there he's in a 23 there. Okay. So there you go. Michael Nichols with the ground ball up the middle that ends up bringing home the game-winning run. Wow, what a finish as Hedgesville rallies for the victory, their 6th straight win. They improve now to 8-1. We'll take a 2-minute timeout. On the other side of the break, we'll get into a recap of this one on our post-game show. It's West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is Prevent, Promote, Protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg.
Babe, I'm hungry.
Where do you want to go?
I don't know, you pick.
Chinese?
No, not feeling it.
Mexican?
No, we just had that over the weekend.
You pick.
Let's go to the Cider Press restaurant. They have a new smoker burger. I think you'd really like it.
The Cider Press restaurant inside Taylor's Farm Market has what you're craving, where the food is fresh and you feel right at home. Exit 5 right off I-81 in Inwood, or online at ciderpressdeliandgrill.com.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Carpal tunnel syndrome affects 13 million Americans and left untreated can cause long-term debilitation. WVU Medicine Jefferson Medical Center recently became the first hospital in the region to offer carpal tunnel release with ultrasound guidance using the new Sonex Health SX1 microknife. CTR surgery is an outpatient procedure and most patients return to normal activities within 3 to 6 days. For more info, contact WVU Medicine Board Certified Orthopedic Surgeon Brad Wright at 304-725-2663.
Once again, here at Eagle Field, along with Matt Crawford, I'm Matt Miller, John Alderton running our TV 10 camera, Donald Kenny, our on-site producer, Colin McLaughlin, is our engineer back at the studio. Wow, Matt, this was a crazy game with a lot of runs in that first inning. Washington plated 6 in the top of the first inning on 4 hits and 3 Hedgesville errors. Hedgesville plated a run in the bottom of the first inning. Neither team could score in the second. Hedgesville with a run in the third, continuing to chip away at the deficit. deficit, added another run in the fourth, added a run in the fifth on a solo home run to lead it off by Kyle West. Neither team scored in the sixth, and you knew Washington needed some runs. Well, they plated 2 in the top of that seventh inning, and it looked like those might be the insurance runs they needed to get out of here with the victory, but it was not to be, as they did not record an out in the bottom half of the seventh inning before Hedgesville put 5 runs on the board on 5 hits and an error, and the game-winning run scores from Riley Bubb, from Riley Bubb, as Michael Nichols helped to bring him in. And, the final score, Hedgesville 9, Washington 8.
And you feel for Logan Link in this game. He pitched extremely well in this ball game. Really 6 solid innings of work for him. And again, I said it right at the end of the broadcast, this is one for Hedgesville that you like the tenacity, you like the way they were able to come back in this game, but based on the body language of Coach Grove in right field and some of the things we heard today, I don't think you're taking a lot of positives away from this game. Obviously, there's some that you're going to take into the rest of the season with being able to come back, with being able to score runs late. But I don't think start to finish, this is one you're necessarily going, that's a fantastic ball game we just played. And, again, just a heartbreaker for Washington with what they were coming off of a tough loss to Hampshire. Really started strong in this game, but the bats really going dead in those middle innings. They scored their first at-bat of the game, 6 runs in that top of the first. They scored their last at-bat of the game, but you got to find some sort of consistency, and they had their opportunities. But the story of the night for them was runners in scoring position and that batting average. It was not great this ball game.
8 runners left on, 6 in scoring position for Washington. We heard in our pregame show Colin Nussbaum saying, look, I think we're a little better than maybe that record indicates. We've been competitive. We've had a few that have gotten away. We got to learn how to win. This is another one of those that gets away from Washington. All right, we'll take a 1-minute timeout, come back and wrap up our broadcast as we run some numbers and look ahead at what is next on Talk Radio WRR and TV 10. By the way, we'll check in on the Nationals and the Capitals as well. One more time, your final here at Hedgesville. It was the Eagles over Washington 9-8.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg offers hand-cut, locally sourced steaks, fresh seafood, and sandwiches with great daily specials like 75-cent wings all day Monday, prime rib on Tuesday, New York strip on Wednesday, and chef specials every Friday and Saturday. Ask for the lunch punch card and have lunch on the Palace Lounge on Edwin Miller Boulevard. And don't forget the Big Apple Lounge on Sater Drive in Inwood. The Art McBee Insurance Agency is proud to be a sponsor of EPAC Basketball. We're an independent insurance agency representing many top insurance companies. We offer home, auto, business, life, and health policies. Call us at 304-263-6906 or stop in at 824 North Queen Street in Martinsburg for a no-obligation quotation. Offices in Martinsburg and Berkeley Springs.
It is a win for the Hedgesville Eagles on this warm Tuesday night. Their bats heated up at the right time in that bottom half of the 7th inning, and they get the walk-off victory. Let's take a look at some of the numbers from this one. In the start for Hedgesville was Cam Lady, gave up 6 runs on 5 hits in 3 innings. Not all of those earned runs, clearly, with those 3 errors as part of that 6-run first inning. Lady with a couple of strikeouts and a pair of walks. A.J. Fodor came on to go an inning and a third. No runs, no hits, no strikeouts. He walked 1 and hit a batter. Kyle West, 2 2/3 innings. He gave up 2 runs on 4 hits. He struck out a pair and did not walk a batter. For Washington, Logan Link looked like he was ready to go the distance in this one. Ultimately gives up 6 runs on 6 hits in 6 innings. He would strike out 9, walked 1, and hit a batter. And Colin Reed takes the loss, did not retire a batter of the 4 that he faced after coming in relief. He is credited with 3 runs on 3 hits, no strikeouts, and no walks. Matt, want to take a look at some of the offensive numbers?
Some of the offensive numbers. Let's start with Washington, where in the first inning it was really hit by committee. In the leadoff spot, Kobe Smith, 2 hits and drew a walk. on the day, so reached base 3 times, hit into a tough double play in that 7th inning. A walk for Zach Wick in the number 2 spot. Moving on down the list for Washington, 1 hit for Colin Reed, and then not a whole lot doing until you get to the bottom of the lineup in that 8th spot. Brendan Kerr, 2 doubles and 2 big doubles on the game and a single, so he went 3 for 4, grounded out into a fielder's choice as well, but he really the spark in the bottom half and really the spark offensively for Washington. For Hedgesville early on, again, not a whole lot doing. And in the top of that order, 1 hit for Thomas Butka. He also drew a walk, a home run, and a single for Kyle West. And West continues to show that power, as that was a deep line drive shot over the batter's eye in center field. Middle of the order, not a whole lot of production for the Eagles, although a 2-for-4 effort for Riley Bubb on the day and a couple of RBIs, a single and a double. A single for Kobe Blau in the bottom part of that order, a double for Braden Connor. That really sparked that 7th inning. So those are your offensive numbers for the Eagles and the Patriots.
Final totals look like this. For Hedgesville, 9 runs on 9 hits with 4 errors, 5 left and 4 in scoring position. For Washington, 8 runs on 9 hits. They commit 2 errors, stranding 8, leaving 6 in scoring position. Time of the game, 1 hour and 57 minutes. West, 3-0 with the win in relief. Reed suffers his first loss in relief as he is now 2-1. Hedgesville's won 6 straight. They are 8-1 on the season. Washington drops their 2nd straight as they fall to 3-7. All right, I said we'd check in on the Nationals and the Islanders, and we do so right now. Caps still with a 1-0 lead over the Islanders with 17 minutes left in the 3rd period in that one. And the latest from Toronto, the Washington Nationals now trail the Blue Jays 7-3 after an early 3-0 lead. The Jays got a grand slam in the bottom of the 3rd inning from Vlad Guerrero Jr. to take the lead. They added 2 in the 4th and 1 more in the 5th, and they are batting now as we go into the bottom of the 6th inning there in Toronto. Let's set up our next broadcast. First, our next broadcast as a whole is a basketball broadcast. That's tomorrow night, and our final basketball game of the year, as it is the Boys Regional Finals, and we'll have the play-by-play as Musselman will be at Martinsburg. We'll have scoring updates with Hedgesville at Jefferson, and those winners go to the state tournament.
Yeah, should be a fun one. The game we have tomorrow night, Musselman and Martinsburg. Martinsburg may not be at full strength. No official word on some of the injuries from last week or some of the COVID quarantine issues from last week. So it could be a depleted Martinsburg roster, which it's pretty much been all year. I mean, I think they've only had 1 or 2 games where they have been truly at full strength this entire season, and Musselman's going to come in hungry. I know they thought one got away last week, as it was really a bad 4th quarter for them after a tough ball game back and forth with Jefferson, so they're going to come in, I would imagine, with a little fire, and that should be a very, very fun game. I wish there could be a full capacity gym at the Fieldhouse tomorrow night, because that would be a fantastic atmosphere for a chance to go to Charleston.
If you cannot get there, and there are some seats being sold, I understand, and so
I think about 50.
Yeah, maybe a chance to get in if you're not friends and family, or I should say family. Otherwise,
hey, he's my cousin.
Yeah, there you go. Otherwise, yeah, still pretty much the family attending those games of players and coaches. We'll bring it to you tomorrow evening. Game time at 7, our pregame right around 6:35. Then our next baseball broadcast scheduled to come your way on Thursday. That'll be weather permitting. Right now, a 70% chance of some rain activity on Thursday, but we would be at P.O. Faulkner Park as Martinsburg will host Hampshire. That game time is at 7, and our scheduled pregame at 6:40. Well, that does it for us here tonight. Thank you for tuning in at each of our broadcast entities. Thanks goes out to each of our sponsors supporting our coverage of high school baseball. We say thanks to both head coaches, Colin Nussbaum and Eric Grove, providing information and interviews for our broadcast. Thanks to Aaron Whitford, athletic director, and all the staff and folks here at Eagle Field for their help, their support, their hospitality with today's broadcast. Our studio engineers, Colin McLaughlin. Donald Kinney is our on-site producer. John Alderton running our TV10 camera. My partner is Matt Crawford, and I'm Matt Miller, reminding you our final in this one, it's Hedgesville 9 and Washington 8. Until next time, so long, everyone.
You've been listening to West Virginia High School Baseball. Today's game broadcast has been brought to you by
Smallwood and Small Insurance, Thomas Miller Agent, Administrative Drive, Martinsburg. Cider Press Restaurant, Exit 5 Inwood. Trips Floor Sanding and Berkeley Fashion Flooring in Inwood. Chris Ross with Milestone Realty, Tavern Road, Martinsburg. The Mortgage Center in the Aiken Center, Martinsburg. Dynamark Atlantic Security, your local alarm professional. Ollie's VIP Northside, Veronica Drive, Martinsburg. Arndt McBee Insurance, Martinsburg and Berkeley Springs. D&N Auto Specialists, off Tavern Road, Martinsburg. And Heffley Motors, HeffleyMotorCompany.com.
For the continued excitement of high school, college, and Major League Baseball, keep it tuned to FM 106.5, AM 740, Comcast Cable Channel 10, and online talk radio WRNR.com. All rights reserved.